You're listening to Band Practice with Matthew and Krebs. Rock out with your cock out.
Hi, Tyler.
Hi, Krebs.
Finally fucking here. Been bugging you about this for weeks.
So we have Tyler with us.
Hi, guys.
So Tyler is a former Starbucks employee.
I am
You did
5.5 years.
Didn't you go to like culinary school and massage therapy and?
I am a jack of all trades. You are correct on that line.
Excellent.
But now you're doing your daddy's work.
I am. I am the bitch boy.
We all got to start somewhere. So, believe it or not, I used to go to youth group.
So did I.
Yeah, I went to church of my own free will and volition.
Oh, I didn't.
I went on my own free will,
My parents made me.
and I met a guy there named Scott that I became friends with. Really cool guy. And the last time I hung out with Tyler, we discovered that he used to be really, really good friends with Scott and his whole family. Like they were like,
Oh, the Luffberries.
yeah, that they were like,
Oh, I
like
know.
family friends. And then
That sounds familiar.
they kicked Tyler out of their lives because of his life choices. And
Oh, because he's a paralegal.
Damn, Krebs, how did you know?
You told me.
well, yeah,
It's,
because-
it's obvious the way you talk, your mannerisms. You obviously work in law.
But yeah, so then we were talking. He's like, yeah, you know, I'm like, yeah, I know them, you know, whatever. And he's, yeah, they stopped talking to me because of this. And I was like, wow, that's really fucked up. Considering of all the people I ever met in my life, realistically, I'm not even joking. Now, I really thought Scott was gay. Like, I swore up and down that dude was gay because he's definitely effeminate. Like, and
This is true.
he's barely beta male. Like, dude is like,
So did you hit that or?
No, I did not.
like of all the people I ever met in my life, like, I don't really have a good gaydar. It doesn't work at all.
It's okay. I am gay and I don't.
Yeah. But when I met that dude, something in my head went, this dude's gay. This dude is definitely gay. Well, apparently he's married and has kids, and like
They do not have kids yet.
he doesn't have, I don't know. I just assumed.
Do you talk to them again or?
I talked to his brother. I will give his brother credit. He actually apologized to me for the way he treated me back in the day. So I
Oh,
did
that's
give his-
awesome.
yeah.
That's
So
absolutely awesome.
He basically implied, "I'm sorry for my ignorancy."
Hey, you know, whatever. I did so many stupid things when I was going to church. Oh my god, fuck! I did some dumb shit and had dumb point of views. Fucking stupid. Like, but then you learn.
I hooked up with girls in that room that's like made for the mothers so they can like take the baby that's like crying during sermons. I've hooked up there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, the
Yeah.
quiet room.
Yeah. Wait, did you go to Oak Color?
Yes, I did.
Oh yeah. Do you, Gracie? Gracie the
Yes.
the
yes.
him and his family? They had like 8 of them.
Yes.
They actually proved a theory that my dad had. Whereas if you don't have a TV, you have a lot of kids. I don't
Oh,
know-
really?
Yeah. He was a weird family. Nice people. I don't want to shit on them, but like all their sons went to Westminster with us. Their daughters were homeschooled. There's something like kind of weird about that.
Yeah.
And the daughters were not well educated early on, so it's kind of like, why are you favoring your sons? Over that's do you want to go like to the Middle East because they kind of do that too? Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, I hook up with everything.
Dude worked with my dad. Him and his wife had like 10 kids, and
Did they have TV?
I don't know. But what I do know is that they said that they didn't believe in birth control, and that if they
Obviously.
didn't, and if they weren't meant to have another kid, God wouldn't let them.
Maybe she,
And
you know,
at the time,
she could have swallowed a couple nights. I don't think God would have
yeah, right?
minded.
Or he could have fucking pulled out. Fuck.
You have options.
Despite popular belief, pulling out works.
Yeah,
Like 90% of the time.
Can't a woman still get pregnant from pre-cum?
You can, but
Yeah.
it's like, but
Look, man, my
still
pull-out game is strong. Me and my wife are going on like 7 years.
not a kid you're aware of yet.
Yeah. She hasn't popped one out yet, at least for me. She might have popped one out before I met her and never told me, but... Yeah, man.
So when are you guys having kids?
Fucking never.
That's like our party thing. We're like, we'll go to a party and there's an entire back and forth that we can do. We're like, you'll either say that or why she'd make a horrible mother, and then she laughs too, and then they stare at us like, wait, what? That's fucked up.
So when me and my wife first got married, there was this huge thing with her family. They like kept asking like, when are you guys gonna have kids? when are you guys gonna have kids? Well, we're not. And it was funny because with my family, they were like, they asked one time, they were like, oh, when are you guys gonna have kids? We don't want kids. Okay, cool. And that was the end of it. Her family were like, when are you gonna have kids? We don't want any kids. Okay. Next week, when are you guys gonna have kids?
When you give us one and we got to bury it in the backyard.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm pro-life, though. Oh, no, I'm not.
I'm pro whatever, man. So,
So, Tyler, when are you having kids?
yeah, when do you have kids,
I'm
Tyler?
not.
You're not?
No, I don't want kids.
No?
I'll be the gunkle, the gay uncle.
The gunkle? That's a really bad word. That
That's-
sounds
yeah,
terrible.
it's not-
I think we can get a better term
That
for
sounds
that.
like something a doctor has to take off, like
Yeah.
surgically.
Or a funkle, fun uncle.
There you go. There you go. That's better.
Because you
Better.
got funk right in there. That's awesome.
That's better. That's a better word. Gunkle sounds terrible. That sounds like a. You know, up in North Florida, there's a county called Escambia,
Yes.
and it sounds like a fucking disease. Escambia.
I was dating a girl, and we were driving through there, and she punched me because I wouldn't stop saying Escambia, Escambia. I just kept doing it over and over again.
Yeah.
It's fun to say, but it does sound like a disease.
Sounds like where the zombie virus might start.
Sounds like an STD. I have Escambia. It's not curable.
Do you want it?
No.
No.
Good. No. Ay, ay, ay.
When are you gonna have kids, Krebs?
Well, every Father's Day, I have a bunch of friends text me, just in case, Happy Father's Day. It's not funny, all of you. Stop doing it. I have no kids I'm aware of, and I'm not planning on any. So I love that Tyler was like, you know what? I need to get out of my comfort zone and come on the podcast. And I was like, I'd be so happy to make you uncomfortable.
Do it. Go ahead.
We're working on it.
I'm so glad you came. I'm super excited.
And you're rolling with us so far.
Yeah.
I
I haven't seen you in forever. It's
I
been
know.
years, actually.
When I came down to do the strip club comedy, we
Yeah, we went over to his
Yeah.
house. Yeah.
like 3 years ago.
I was being a little bitch that night though,
We still hung out.
Why?
because I was really quiet.
So?
We were drunk, so I don't remember.
Was I drunk?
No.
Oh,
we were
you
drunk.
guys are drunk.
Yeah.
We brought beer. I think I was like trying to meet up with you, Matt, and then I was like, go Tyler's. All right. Bring beer. All right.
Fair enough. And then, I think you know a couple of our previous guests.
I do.
You know Alger?
I do.
Ah.
Graduated together.
Yeah.
Yep. He was one of my favorite guests. And then Heather, which you don't talk to anymore.
We don't need to go into it.
We don't need to go into it.
Unless you want to.
Yeah. You want to talk about it?
I don't want to talk about it.
She wouldn't talk about it either. This is bullshit. Somebody talk about it.
No.
And it's really funny, too, because that day, I think I was trying to get you to come on that day, but Heather had confirmed. So you would have come on after Heather, and you would have both been here. Not intentional, but you just like had something else to do or flaked out or whatever. It was fine. But like in retrospect, I'm like, maybe it's a good thing you didn't show up because that might have been awkward or an awesome podcast. I don't know.
Who else have you had on here?
We got the whole list right here. So,
Oh, okay.
Monkey, Paul, Loans came by, Jason Brown, Mike Sutton, Cassie, Leichman.
Oh, red-haired Cassie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Cassie.
Yeah,
She's
Cassie
our
came
most
in.
popular podcast. By the way.
Yeah. Hers has the most downloads, actually, and I don't know why.
Nice.
The current theory is she has a weirdly sexy voice.
Yes, it was really weird. Like, her voice on the microphone was way sexier
It's
than
really silky and smooth.
way sexier than she deserves credit for.
And I love Cassie, and I didn't notice it until you pointed it out.
Yeah,
We
no,
listened in the
I
car.
love Cassie. She's great. She's not ugly. She's a very pretty girl. Like whatever, but like her voice on the show. Holy shit! Like sex worker. Like
I was
sex
just
phone, like
thinking
sex phone worker. Like or like the sexy phone parties. You know, like god damn Cassie, what the fuck? But yeah, that's the theory we have is that's why. But
She asked why, and I'm like, again, working theory is I think people are just listening just to beat off to your voice. even some girls, why not?
You never
so,
know.
what have you been up to, Tyler?
Nothing. I just work a lot for my dad's law firm. It sucks, but hopefully no one is listening to this.
No hobbies or anything?
No. I read.
What do you read?
Mostly science fiction.
Aw.
I'm bored. Oh, I play video games. How about that? That's a little
Okay.
bit more fun.
What games are you playing?
Right now, I'm playing Darksiders 3.
Okay.
Do you guys know about that?
Nope.
Trilogy?
Not a clue.
Okay. So it's about the four horsemen of the apocalypse. The first game was War.
Okay.
That one kind of sucks. Next one was Death. That one was pretty good. And then this one, even though it's not one of the four horsemen, it's Fury.
Okay.
It's all right. She's not bad. Kind of difficult, but
I've been one of my coworkers got me onto PUBG,
I don't know what that is.
Battle Royale.
Oh, okay.
Basically, I play on my phone, but it's you get an airplane. There's an island. There's 100 people.
Fortnite?
Basically Fortnite, but it's instead of wizards and dragons and shit, it's guns and ammo.
Yeah, that's what Fortnite is.
Look, it's the adult version of Fortnite.
Okay.
So you run around and you shoot people in Japan, but it starts off you're in an airplane. There's 100 people. You all jump off, and the map gets smaller. And there's like the blue fucking screen of death that comes.
Yeah,
and if
yeah,
you
I
get stuck
play
out
that.
there, you start to die. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're standing, and the storm's falling, and you just start losing life slowly but surely.
Yeah.
On the mobile version, do they have the Loot Lake floating now in the mobile version?
I have no idea.
Because on the Xbox version, does it have Loot Lake?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'm not really into it. I get bored. And I'm like, I'll play around right now.
Oh,
And
okay.
I sign on to play. I
And
kill
you gotta
people.
harvest
No.
material?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. It's not. It's not Fortnite. It's different.
Oh, okay.
It's very similar though. The rules are the same.
Oh, okay.
You jump out of the plane, you land, and then you run around. And there's stuff all around. You run and pick up body armor and guns and
Oh,
life
okay.
packs or whatever,
Okay.
and then you shoot people and try not to get shot. And I like it because it's ultimately fair because it doesn't matter, what you've done in the past in the game because a lot of it could just be pure dumb luck where you land. Like the other day, I landed like 2 seconds after somebody else, and we landed like right next to each other, and he picked up a gun because he landed on it, and I didn't. And before I could even move left, he shot and killed me, and I was the first guy dead in the round. And the next round, I wind up winning. Like I was the last guy standing out of 100. So, like it's not just based on like, oh, I've been playing this game for 10 years, so I have fucking all this cool shit. So fuck you. Like it's a little more opportunistic, I guess. I don't know. Free market. Yeah.
More fair?
Yeah.
So Rob Levon knows that you're on. He still hasn't listened to the Gmail episode, but I've got Alger bugging him too.
Nice.
Like we literally just keep like I don't know every week or so just ask him. So have you heard the podcast with Alger yet? No, I'm really busy. All right, well, see you next week.
Is he still at Westminster?
No, he went to a school in him and his wife split up. So they but I think she wanted to go back to Texas. He wanted to be close to his kids. He basically the same job. I forgot the name of the school he's at. But and I made like some offhand joke like apparently we're just like getting all the gay kids from that graduating class, and then Rob goes he goes, Tyler's gay, which then reminded me because I remember back in the day like then it was Taylor and Tyler.
Yes.
Those are the gay kids. Taylor's a bit I don't know. I don't want to say too gay because that seems like
He would walk on his tippy toes, though.
he did like he actually like did track. He did track with me, well, not really with
okay.
me, but we all did track. And he was like, he had like the limp wrist while he was running, and I'm like, can he? You don't need to be what you're not. But if you're running, there's a way to run. It's gonna look more masculine, but it's more effective at running. And he would just sort of bounce. It was weird. And then do you remember Thomas Garatino?
No.
Big Red, big.
Oh,
tall-
yeah.
Yeah, we call him Uncle Fester now because he went bald. But yeah, every time Taylor would walk by, he would sing, "There she goes, there she goes again." We picked on him, but like I felt like that was like it was like an encouraging, polite bullying. Like, hey, reel it in a bit. Like, you don't need to be a total cliche. I mean, do what you want. But did you get picked on that much? I don't think we ever picked on you.
You guys didn't. My class did.
Why?
Because I was the closet gay kid, so everyone liked to like poke fun at me and shit like that. They're like, "Do you know what the red eye is?" I'm like, "What?" And they would be talking about like an asshole. I was like, "No." They're like, "Do you jerk off?" I'm like, "What?" No, okay.
Did you get bashed a lot in high school for being gay, or you didn't officially come out? Or,
I didn't come out
No,
until about
I-
18.
okay.
I remember when he officially came out on Facebook, not that long ago. It was only a few years ago. You're like, I'm a gay man and I'm proud of it. I'm like, about damn time. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
there was something going on politically that like just I was like, you know what, fuck the world, I don't care. I'm just gonna come out. And I remember when I came out on MySpace. Do you guys remember MySpace?
Oh,
Yes, I remember MySpace.
My sister actually called my mom and was like, Tyler's gay. That started a whole issue in my family.
You have a gay sister, and did they have
I
a
know,
problem with
but
that?
she wasn't out at the time.
Oh, she wasn't. Oh, okay.
No. But
Didn't your parents like walking out on you like making out with a guy in the pool or something?
no, they caught me making out with a guy on the couch.
Couch. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Same
was
effect.
fun.
Same
Yeah.
effect.
So they should. So this should not have been a total surprise.
No. With our cocks hanging out. So that was really, really fucking creepy.
All right.
Because my dad just went, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, oh shit.
Does this look as bad as it looks?
How old were you when that happened?
18.
Nice.
Yeah. I was a late bloomer.
My brother apparently.
He's gay too. That's
No, he's not gay.
Oh, yeah.
So my mother calls me one day, and I didn't answer. And then she calls me back. I don't answer. Calls me back. I don't answer. Calls me back. I don't answer. Finally, I answer the phone. I'm like, all right, what's going on? And she called me. I was active duty at the time. I was in North Carolina, and she called me to freak out at me because she walked in on my brother with two chicks, naked in the living room.
I don't see a problem yet. Go on.
And apparently he was, mid-stroke on one of them, playing with the other. And she walked in on this, and I was like, and she's telling me this story, and I was like, that's awesome. And she goes, and she's like, Matthew. I'm like, what? How old is he? Like 17, 18? That's great. That's way ahead of the curve. That's awesome. Good for him.
Write down your procedure. People could learn from this.
Yeah, right? At the time, that was something I had not done yet. I was a little jealous.
See, I got the opposite in high school. My parents assumed that like I was hooking up with all my sister's friends with sleepover. Not a one. Like none of them. And it's just because I didn't. I had literally no game at all, and I didn't understand how any of that worked. I had such bad game that I got an entire family to move to Puerto Rico because of what I did.
What?
This is the Hayes blowjob story?
Yeah. I doubt you would know. Nicole Granda? I doubt it. No, she was
The name sounds familiar.
a freshman when I was a junior. So you would have been in middle school, right?
Okay.
Or whatever. But they left immediately afterwards. But no, it was a girl that was kind of saying. We would basically just make out after school. By the way, this is how bad our high school's like sex ed was. I come from a family where you kind of like look for and expect feedback, but you don't know how to process it. So like we'd made out, and I'm like, so was that good? I don't know. So I'm looking for feedback. Like, so she's like, yeah, it was so wet. I'm like, are you okay? Like, I was not aware that was a good thing because that's how bad our fucking sex ed was. Why?
Wait,
My mom taught sex ed.
We had sex ed? I never
Yeah.
got taught sex ed. My brother-in-law just threw a magazine in my face. He's like, here's sex.
Yeah, my mom taught sex ed. By the way, it's fucking awkward because you're like sitting next to a kid who like you wouldn't know him because he was a senior when I was a freshman. But my mother like opened like at the end. Well, she would. It was a part of health class, or it was supposed to be, where you'd have your health teacher, and then she would come in and like take over for like that week. And there's one kid who Nelson. How was his name? Nelson. We all knew he was gay, or we were gonna be gay. Maybe not, but he was just very effeminate. Like we would not gonna be shocked. And so my mother like goes through her her deal, her story, her lesson plan, and then she opens the floor to like questions. And Nelson's like the only one who keeps shooting his hand up. He's like, "Are sex toys okay?" And she's like, "Well, that's between you and your partner. Is anal okay? Well, that's between you and your partner." And I'm like, "Dude, will you shut the fuck up? I'm gonna have to hear about this dinner tonight." It's just fucking awkward. So yeah, fooling on with Nicole, and I wanted a blowjob. I didn't know how you go about getting them, so I just asked in an email that she shared with her parents, and so I didn't know this. And so this is like as the year's closing out. I think this is May actually it was like maybe right at summer. So we weren't going to see each other unless we like planned it out. So I don't hear from her for a couple days, and the phone rings at our house, and I think my mother answers, and then he goes, hold on, hands to my dad. And I goes, what? What? And then angry Spanish ensues. I'm not understanding anything that's going on at all. And then my dad puts on the phone and goes, who's Nicole? I'm like, girl I'm kind of seeing. Just for a blowjob? I'm like, that may have come up, yes. Like, well, her father wanted to let that happen so he could meet you and beat you with a bat. And then they just left and moved to Puerto Rico. And yeah.
Nice. I think it would have been worth the beating.
I don't know. She was pretty shy and probably would have been very good. But it would have been my first
It
one
would have
at
been
that point.
awesome. You wouldn't have had anything compared to.
That's true. That's true. And then my mother was like, she went into like all this shit about being careful with. Yeah, actually, that's when she called me a sexual predator. Actually, she said I was sexually preying on a young girl. I was 17, she was 15. I mean, blowjobs happen. Like that's a fairly standard thing that happens. Then my dad at least was pragmatic. Like, just don't date Hispanic girls from like they're really, really, I don't know, protective of their girls. The boys can fuck anyone they want, but don't touch their girls. So yeah, I got an entire family to move to Puerto Rico.
Tyler, I got a question for you.
Yes.
Did you know the Page family?
Yes.
Brian.
Brian Page. Yes.
And
So my first girlfriend was his sister, Kara.
Okay.
Yeah, I dated Kara Page in high school.
Their mom was
The
my
teacher.
LRC.
discovery teacher.
Yeah.
LRC.
Yes.
Yeah, she was a teacher over at Westminster. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. There was a whole thing because it was my senior year and I think it was her junior year.
Okay.
And then I was getting ready to join the Marines, and she told her parents we were having sex, and then I wasn't allowed over at their house, and I wasn't even allowed to like pull into the driveway, like when I came to pick her up and shit and go hang out or whatever. Yeah, there was a whole big thing, and then apparently afterwards, after it was all over, she started working at like Rack Room Shoes or something. And I guess she started hooking up with her boss, and her boss was also.
I knew something about that.
Yeah, I guess her boss was also a coke dealer, and so so she got like in like, some drugs and some other stuff, and like circling the toilet bowls type fucking scenario, and then I was home on leave and ran into her parents, and I was like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" And they're like, "Oh, hey, have you talked to Kara?" And I was like, "I haven't heard from her in years, like no, whatever." And they're like, "Oh, you should talk to her. She'd really love to hear from you." And I was like.
So suddenly you're the good
Yeah,
influence now.
and I remember thinking like, you guys hated me last time we talked. You told me last time I saw you, you were like, don't speak to me. Like, okay, like what's going on? And I'm like, well,
hindsight's 2020.
yeah. Apparently, all of a sudden, I'm not that bad. Like, yeah, no, I'm good. But, yeah.
Do you remember Matt Lomanick?
Yes.
He honestly thought Brian was secretly gay. Brian Page.
Really?
And for very shallow reasons. One, he was like in an orchestra or whatever, like very musical. He was very like sort of uptight a bit and really well dressed for like an 18-year-old dude. Like,
Didn't he become a cop?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
I remember thinking he was like trying to be a cop. I don't know.
He was
If
one of
that
those friends
happened.
that like from Westminster that just dropped off, and I was like, all right, well, no loss here. Thanks for the memories. Like, I have nothing bad to say about him, but
I only met him a handful of times.
we used to hang out a lot. But
I was actually the stat keeper for the volleyball team, and he was on the volleyball team.
Nice.
Yeah.
was it?
Yeah.
That's all right.
So you don't do anything else? You just work, huh?
I just work. I get drunk.
And play
always
video
fun.
games?
Yeah.
I can tell you're drunk because you're like, craps. What? Hi. Like, that's it. It's hi.
I do go. I've been going to a lot of music festivals.
Really?
I will say that. I went to Halloween
Okay.
recently, back in October. So that was fun. I camped for the second time in my life
Where?
up in Swanee, Florida.
That's not real camping.
No, it's not.
Did you kill
No,
anything?
I did not.
Oh.
Okay, so I love camping. All right, so it worked out well when I was young because my mother and father divorced. My mom took me and my brother up to Georgia, and my dad was down here. Right, my mother raped my dad in fucking alimony and child support. Like the guy moved back in with my grandmother and was living in a closet. Like he was hard up, right? So instead of when he got visitation, instead of him like flying us down or coming to go up, pick us up, bring us down, he would come up there, pick us up, and go camping. So we got to go camping all over the South, like all through Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, all the cool like camping spots, and go whitewater rafting and tubing and like real survival camping. Like have to like make fires and
Nice.
go get food and shit. Like it was pretty cool.
Did you ever
But-
go to Sliding Glass Rock?
Yes, it's Sliding Rock.
Sliding
Yes.
Rock thing.
Yes,
Awesome.
place is awesome.
Always fucking cold. The water is
Yes.
freezing fucking cold.
It's always
awesome.
cold. Does not matter what time of year. The water there is freezing, but it's a giant rock, and this little creek runs over it, and you can go down it like a water slide. And at the bottom of it, there's a pool.
And
Oh,
because the water's been running over it for so long, it's so slick. It's
Yeah.
perfectly. You get to be careful just walking on it.
Yeah, you have to like very slowly walk across to the middle or whatever, and then slide down. And there's a giant natural pool at the bottom, and they put stairs in so you can walk back up. And
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's super fucking cool.
I've always wanted to go back. Actually, it's been a long time.
But yeah,
Where's that located?
In North Carolina,
I
somewhere?
think it's one of the Carolinas. I don't remember where. But so when I met my wife, she's barely left. Well, she hadn't left the state when I met her.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So we've left the state. We've done some traveling, but I told her, I was like, we need to go on a good camping trip, and she's like, I fucking hate camping. I was like, where have you gone camping? And she tells me this horror story about her and her ex went camping, and they forgot they forgot the tent first off, and then it was her and her ex and a couple of his friends, and they just went out to like Naples in like some national park or whatever, and like they forgot the tent, so they all wound up sleeping in these trucks. And like I'm like, that's not camping. That's
That's not camping. That's like
that's just not paying for a hotel. That's what that is.
that's a bad episode of like Redneck Survivor. Like
Yeah, I was like, that's not camp. So she's promised me one good camping trip, and I've been holding off because I want to find a good spot up north, like way up north, and make it an event. Like,
Okay.
somewhere in like Montana or something. Or
no. I was thinking. Actually, I was thinking about going to in Georgia. Damn, I can't remember the name of the town now. But it'll come to me later. But anyway, there's a bunch of campsites there, like campgrounds. But they also have a lot of whitewater rafting, and then
Yeah.
they have a lazy river, so you can go tubing and stuff.
Helen?
Yes, that's the one I was
I
thinking
have
of.
a
Helen.
house up there.
Oh, do you really?
I do.
I've been there a couple of times. I love that town. Helen
Yeah.
is awesome.
It's like a little German town.
Yeah, and they also have. So the thing
so
I was,
when are we going?
I can hold up to 14 people in my house. 'Cause
dude, let's go. Oh, that's awesome.
My parents built the house years and years ago, and my dad actually just put it in all 6 of our names. So now I'm 1/6 owner of a house. So
See, the cool thing about that, I was thinking, I was like, because they have all the little outlet strip malls there,
Yeah.
and then they have the whole Germantown experience deal,
Mhm.
and I was like, I was thinking like, okay, cool, we can go through, she can go shopping, we can check out stuff, see like another culture type deal,
yeah,
and not be Miami, and we can still go do the whitewater rafting, we do lazy river, and the last time I was there, on the outskirts of the town, like there was some like a field area they had turned into like a not theme park, but it was like a fair type ground. So there was a Ferris
Oh.
wheel and some shit there.
Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't been there in years.
Yeah,
So-
but I was thinking I wanted to take her up there, but
Yeah, we have the house. It's called Salt Lake, and it's a gated-in community, but it's huge. It's like miles and miles long, and our house is 3 stories. So we have the upper level that holds 1, 2, 3, 4,
That's the
5,
party.
6.
That's the party level.
6 people on that floor, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another so 12 people altogether because we have the main floor and then we have the basement where we have darts, ping pong, we have
Yeah.
BB guns and stuff. There's horseback riding.
Call twin beds.
They mostly are twin beds. You are correct.
oh. Sorry, Hanselman, you're not invited.
But no, they're actually going up there on the 27th.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah.
Awesome.
They're like, "You want to go?" I'm like, "No, not with you guys."
I'll bring my own people.
I want to go. Okay, because so I really want to do whitewater rafting again up there.
Yeah,
And
it's
then-
great up there.
There's there's some really good ones there. And then the other thing I want to do is it's not far from the Dillard House. Do you know what the Dillard House is or where it is? So it's on top of this mountain. It's a restaurant,
Okay.
but you don't order. You show up and whatever the fuck they're cooking that day is what you're getting.
I like
and
that.
it's
I like
and,
that.
and it's all like down home country cooking.
Fuck the customer's always right. Fuck you.
Well, and it's a spread. It's not like, okay, today we're doing chicken wings or no. You show up and they're gonna come to the table. You always have mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, green beans, and then whatever.
Is it a
whatever.
flat fee or?
Yeah, you walk in, you pay the flat fee, and then they give you a table. But it's really awesome because it's right on the side of this mountain, right?
Nice.
So they have this the one whole side of the restaurant is windows, so you have this view off the side of the mountain, and you have this really great food. Every time I've been there, the food was just amazing. Oh my god! And it's actually a hotel as well. You can stay there, and they have like a whole mountain ranch experience thing you can do. So they have like horseback riding and shit. And in the winter, well, in the middle of winter they shut down because all the snow. But like beginning of season, end of season, they reopen and they do like skiing and
Oh, nice.
like snow sports and stuff too. But the Dillard House is pretty awesome for food. Like you'll just sit down at the table and it doesn't matter like how big your party is, you're gonna get the same amount of food as everybody else because they're just gonna throw it out there and you're gonna get like they're gonna come down and put a turkey on your table and you have to cut it. Like it's
We also have a Canada House if you guys ever want to go to Canada.
Yeah, I do. Where?
Mount Tremblant.
Because I've heard tale of a mythical creature called the Canadian asshole. When I was living in Indiana, I was talking about how I really wanted to go up to Canada, but I've got to get my passport because you can't just go up with your license anymore. And I wanted to go there. And I was talking to a friend of mine that I work with at the cardboard factory that I was working at. And I was talking about wanting to go to Canada because I really want to test Canadian patience because I don't know if you know this, Tyler, but I'm kind of an asshole.
Really, Crap?
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
Oh my God! What an epiphany!
I know. But hashtag spoiler alert. But I want to go, test Canadian patients. And a friend of mine's like, actually, there are some Canadian assholes. I'm like, where? Tell me. I want to find them. He's like, they're mostly deep in the woods, a lot of lumberjack kind of people. So maybe there's some assholes around there. I want to hang out with them, drink with them,
Maybe.
and spend loonies because I think that's one of their fucking gay ass currency. The loony.
Isn't Wolverine supposed to be from Canada?
He is.
Yeah.
He's the lone good Canadian, and he's fictional.
He's kind of an asshole.
Yeah. You know they talk about how awesome Canada is, but yet they all come here and become like Michael J. Fox and wow.
Protest the hero.
Now all I can think is Justin Bieber, but that's not a good Canadian.
Isn't Alanis Morissette Canadian?
Yeah.
There you go.
Shawn
and
Mendes.
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds, yeah.
Ryan
Shawn
Reynolds?
Mendes. You
Who?
guys have no
Who the
idea
fuck is
who
that?
I'm talking
No,
about.
not a clue.
He's a singer.
Okay.
No.
No idea.
Oh, okay.
What's he sing?
I don't know what genre you would consider it.
Song titles.
Oh, I'll tell you in a second. Hold on.
Can you sing some of his songs for us?
No, you're not that lucky.
That was a fast no, too.
Yeah, he didn't even think about that. He's
No.
like, fuck no.
Nope.
You're not that lucky. Sorry.
What kind of music do you listen to?
Anything?
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 I remember you having good taste, actually.
I listen to everything. Honestly, I was selling Krebs earlier. I just went to Riptide Music Festival.
Yes.
They had Jackson's, Panic at the Disco.
Nice. I heard they're really good live. I heard that guy can sing like phenomenal.
Awesome. He was actually closing acts on Saturday night.
Nice. Oh, you know what my wife got me for Christmas?
It's not even Christmas
You
yet.
already
How do
know?
you already know?
I know. She got me tickets to Iron Maiden in July.
Nice.
I'm going to fucking see Iron Maiden, and George is coming down from Georgia to go with me.
Where's I thought George was down here.
No, he's
Actually, I never know where George is.
yeah.
I just know, like, every so often, out of nowhere, he will, like, comment on something on Facebook, or something really, really, like, in-depth and intelligent, and then disappear for 6 months.
He's in Valdosta right now.
Okay, I've been
Yeah.
there.
He's gonna come down. We're gonna go see Iron Maiden,
Nice.
so we can run to the hills. Fucking stoked. So excited about that.
I'm actually going. Have you guys ever heard of the Forbidden Kingdom? It's a music festival up in Boca.
It sounds familiar.
So it's all like medieval / cyberpunk themed,
Okay.
and it's all.
What kind of drugs do you do there?
I have no.
Peyote? I don't know.
Probably Molly because it's all like EDM music and stuff. Excision's
okay.
gonna be there. Zomboy,
Yeah, I
Adventure
don't know.
Club.
I don't really know too much of the EDM electric stuff. I don't know.
I have a friend that she's really into all that stuff. She goes to all those kind of festivals where she like dresses up as like a fairy and shit. I'm like, I need to go with you. She's like, why? You want to see the bands? I'm like, no, I just want to meet these people. I want to be like in a grunge T-shirt and just studying these people and just see what they're like. Just like I'm Jane Goodall with the Apes. I just want to see these people up close. I've seen all these festivals and I've seen like the pictures she goes to, and I'm like, who puts on all that shit and sparkles and glitter on purpose? Like, I don't understand this. I want to meet these people, and I want you to help me hook up with a fairy chick. She's like, all right, I'm down.
Nice. Do you ever go see any local bands or anything?
I do not.
There's a really good local cover band.
Okay.
We've actually had their drummer and bass player on. It's
Nice.
called Rearview Mirror.
Okay.
They're really fucking good.
They're-
They do. They don't do like Skinnerd, thank God, or
They're-
AC/DC.
They're
They
like
do.
a grunge tribute band.
Yeah, they do all like the '90s stuff.
Oh, nice.
So like Pearl Jam and
They did Tool really well.
yeah, they do some really kick-ass covers of Tool.
Where do they play?
They play at
All
the,
over.
they play at the Sandbar periodically, and they're playing at the last NASCAR thing that was down here.
The season ender over at Homestead Speedway.
Oh, okay.
They did that. I think they just played the Cafe 27 or Cafe Guan. I think it's Cafe
I think I
27. They
saw
just
that.
played,
I get their notifications.
but they're really fucking good live. Their singer
I
is
think
phenomenal.
I think they're playing Christmas Eve.
Yeah, their
nice.
singer is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, he's really good.
But they do some really great tunes. Like you're gonna go there and be like, oh man, I'm reliving high school. Fuck yeah.
Well, I went up to Orlando for. Do you guys know Magic the Gathering?
Yes,
Card game?
I used to play.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
no,
I never understood it, but I
no,
had friends who played.
I played a couple tournaments and I had my decks. Yeah.
I went to. A friend of mine.
Shout out to Eric Brown who deleted us from Facebook.
Yeah, Eric Brown deleted us from Facebook. I actually grew up.
Jason's brother,
Oh, okay.
twin brother.
So me, Eric, Jason, and their brother Nick, a couple other guys we knew, we used to all play Magic when we were in like middle school, and I played up until like halfway through high school, and then I got busy with other things. So did everyone else except for Eric.
Okay.
Eric is actually a judge for tournaments now
Cool.
for
nice.
Wizards of the Coast or whatever, and he actually works for them and travels and judges tournaments. Like
That's
he's a
awesome.
sanctioned judge for this shit now.
Well, I actually went up to the Grand Prix this year in Orlando, and there's a bar called the Tin Roof. Awesome place, even though they water down their shots. Sorry, guys.
Well, if they didn't water down their shots, we wouldn't have a problem, would we?
We wouldn't.
don't apologize for calling out bullshit.
And there was actually a band called Stereo FM, and it was a local band. Great. They played like Santeria, like that song.
Yeah.
All 90s stuff as well.
Nice.
Awesome band. Really good. Quite enjoyed it.
I like going out to hear the old '90s stuff because there's so much good stuff.
Yeah.
Like we talked about it before on one of the previous podcasts. Like the '90s was an explosion of music because there was like this formula in the '80s, and all of a sudden the formula was broken because bands like Nirvana came out. Nirvana hit big, and everybody was like, "Well, who do we sign?" So they signed everybody. And we got
Okay.
so much good music out of the 90s
By
because of it.
accident.
By accident. But there's so much good stuff out there because of it. And you look now and it's like, well, where is it all?
Now it's manufactured through like American Idol kind of stuff.
Yeah,
where you
it's-
get famous, you're attractive, and you got a personality, and you can kind of play. But it doesn't mean you're an actual artist with good material. You're just sort of manufactured like American cheese, just
Well,
processed.
and most of the pop music, most people I'm sure don't know this, but there's like 3 dudes that write all the pop music.
oh yeah, they're like Norway or something.
Yeah, they write all the pop tunes, all of them. And they sell them to the labels, and then the labels take them and give them to these artists and say, hey, you do this song. And then they do it.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I
like-
didn't know that.
Like-
And then they get
Yeah.
the producer comes on and they add fucking bells in the background or put a blues guitar lick in one spot, and they're like, okay, here it is, here's the hit, and that's all it is. And it's like, well, this isn't fun or organic. Like with those bands, those guys were writing tunes. Those guys, it was them, and it was fresh, and it was great, and it was all over the fucking place. Like even Nickelback writes some of their tunes, but half their stuff is written by those same 3 dudes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Learn
Yeah.
something new every day.
more Canadians.
There was it was like a sort of like infographic, and on one side it was Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody, and the other side was Beyonce's, was it Who Run the World or something? I don't know the song. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
It's just all about girl power, which is fine. Hashtag feminism.
Hashtag feminism.
Yeah. And on one side it was Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody, and it was like one producer, one songwriter, one bassist, one. And then the other side it was Beyonce's song. It was like 4 or 5 different songwriters, 8 different producers. Like it was all these people to make one song that wasn't even fucking close to as good. It was just Who Run the World, We Do, or something. I don't know. I don't know the fucking song, but it was just about. It's
Well,
just
let's put it this
saying-
way: we don't know the song, but everyone knows Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
Who the? It does. You don't even have to.
You don't know it. You're born with that information in your fucking head.
You might not know it was Queen, but you fucking know that song.
Yeah.
Well, Freddie Mercury was also one of the greatest singers that ever lived. Like, the dude was just fucking
He was
phenomenal.
everything. A showman, incredibly
Yeah.
talented.
And he played an instrument. And
You like
was,
dick? That's
Yeah.
the thing.
He loved that shit.
I think I made a Facebook post like maybe a couple years ago. I'm like, we need somebody with that much showmanship, that amount of talent, that amount of songwriting ability, gay optional, I don't care. Like, we need somebody like that again.
Well, like, and this is what bothered me. Like, so even Michael Jackson wrote his own songs. And this is the crazy part. He was such a good singer that he didn't know how to read music or write it. This is what he would do. He would literally go into the studio and sing what he wanted the guitar to play. And he would be able to hit such perfect notes with his voice. The guitarist would come in, listen to it, and go, okay.
That's insane.
And he would do that with the bass, and then he would beatbox for the drums. And then have the guys come in and play the instruments. That's how fucking awesome Michael Jackson was.
He also did all the work for them.
Yeah. He would write all the songs in his head, but he couldn't translate them because he didn't know how to read or write music. But that's how he would do it.
Wow.
And yeah, that's how fucking awesome he was. And now we have 12 producers to make a mediocre song for Beyonce. Like, and Kanye West talking about, I write my own beats. Fuck off. Fuck off. Get the fuck out of here. Let me, like, do you know who the fuck Neil Peart is, you fucking moron? God damn it.
I'm going to stop right here. I just want you to know that your rant is good, but I've done the best rant of all time. I don't even know which one I'm referring to. I just wanted to say that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Although Joe Rogan's trying to get him on his podcast, and I want this so goddamn bad.
Who? Neil Peart?
I'll take him too. But no, Kanye was like tweeting. He wants to talk to like a medical health professional, like not like for personal reasons, but just to like have a conversation. And Joe Rogan is like, "Well, I'll talk to you for as long as you want." I want that conversation. I want, because you always get all these like just these little bits of like Kanye. When do you ever get to see him sit down and have a conversation with somebody?
And doing this podcast and listening to Joe Rogan, I have realized that when somebody comes in here and sits down, if they try to be something they're not in conversation, it doesn't last and they can't hold it. If the conversation goes long enough, eventually the real them comes out, and then they can't accentuate whatever qualities they think are good in themselves. Like, prime example, when Ted Nugent did Rogan show, Ted Nugent at first was being,
I'm a dick.
he was being, you know,
Ted
the Ted Nugent that everyone thinks.
The Nuge.
The Nuge. He was being the character. And then by the end of the conversation, you had the actual Ted Nugent in conversation. Because you can't maintain that fakeness for that long in a single conversation, especially over like an hour or so span. You just can't hold it up.
And then sometimes we have Wes from Rearview Mirror who just like runs circles around us with like all these fucking pop culture references. I'm like, oh my god, no one's mentioned that in 15 years. Oh yeah, he ran circles around us. Like,
That was a great show, though. I had so much fun.
He actually was like, all right, so we're done. Usually we decide when we end it. He's like, no,
We're
good.
done.
Yeah. But he also like has like a background in
Yeah, he used to work at a radio station, and
Oh, nice.
he had a show and stuff, and yeah. So he
worked with was it Paul and Youngron back in the day?
he was way more experienced at this than we are. We just started doing this shit. And we have no real goals, aspirations, or like knowledge of what we're doing. We just picked up some microphones and started recording.
Do you know who asked about us?
Who?
Schnebley's One.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Have you ever been to Schnebley's Winery?
I have not been to Schnebley's Winery.
Really?
Really?
Oh, man.
I haven't either, but I hear good things.
Okay, so the next time you go on a date, take your date.
Ha.
Huh? What are you
Like
hot
that's
about?
ever gonna happen.
What? Are you going to go on a date again?
With
The
your
dating
guest.
scene in Miami sucks, especially for gay men. So,
They're all on Grindr.
yeah, basically.
One night hookups. Okay, well, eventually you're gonna go on a date, or maybe an event will happen, or maybe you just take the family. Take the sister and her wife, or whatever.
Yeah.
Go to Schnebley's. It's fucking awesome. I highly suggest the lychee wine. It's one of their most sought after products. Friday night they have $15 prime rib.
Oh, yum.
Yeah, they are still not sponsoring us.
No, they're not.
And we are officially not brought to you by them.
Hey,
but
Schnebley's, since I've never had your wine, you should send some to my friend's podcast so I can come and enjoy it one time. Thanks.
that's a thing. You can do that. We're going to go ahead and tell all our listeners right now to go ahead and go to their social media pages and tell them, go ahead and like their stuff, and then tell them you heard it from us.
Leave some comments.
We just can't do it anymore.
They're getting mad at us.
I said it was I could pull up the conversation, but they said it was kind of a bother. It was an interesting. It was just an interesting like DM that they sent back. It was like we have Yeah, we're probably not going to come on your podcast, but thanks for the shout outs. Drinks and Nibblies. Maybe we can hang out and drink wine on your podcast. I was like, wait,
Didn't they
what?
say we were becoming a bit annoying, but we're persistent?
A bit of a bother, but persistent.
Yeah.
And then like dot next paragraph. So tell us about your podcast. So if you guys are listening, this is it. Like we don't plan anything except for at some point. Spoiler: we're going to talk about Schnelly's wine.
Yes, that's the new agenda. That's our only goal for the whole episode.
Is to plug it in somewhere. Sometimes it comes right out. I think the last one with Rudy and Pat. I think
It was at the
like,
very end
yeah, right at the
because
end.
we almost forgot. Can't miss that though. No. It's all important. And it doesn't cost us anything, so
No.
yeah.
Plus, it's also just plugging. Like South Florida and Florida in general just gets a lot of shit. Like, but how many awesome things that are only down here? Like Snowby's Wine, like Nosbury Farm. Like, there's a lot of awesome things that don't get talked about enough that are only here.
I don't want to talk about Nosbury Farm at all.
You know?
No.
Okay.
I want them to shut down their fucking Facebook page too.
Why are
Why?
you so angry?
Because the line's fucking 4 hours long. That's fucking why. I used to go there all the fucking time when I was a kid. I could walk right up, no problem. Maybe the line went into the parking lot. Maybe. Now they got a fucking Facebook. That shit goes down the corner, around the way. It's like a fucking 4-mile walk to get in line. Like, what the God damn it. I just want a milkshake and some cinnamon buns. Damn it.
But those milkshakes are amazing.
I know. Fuck, man. God damn it. So, I think it was like 2 years ago was the last time I went. And the last 2 years, I'm like, me and my wife have made plans to go, and we're like, all right, we'll drive by first. And we get like fucking 2 miles to the place, and it's like, all right, fuck this. We turn around because we saw the fucking line already. Like, the last time I waited in line, me and my cousin went there specifically to wait in line because my dad was coming from out of town because he moved up to St. Augustine. And I knew how much he wanted this shit. We sat in line for like 4 fucking hours waiting for this shit. The guy fucking 2 people in front of me bought like the last 13 fucking dozen fucking cinnamon buns they had. So we had to wait for them to make fucking new ones.
That sucks.
Yeah. And you see him, he backs his fucking truck up and they're loading this shit in. Like, God damn it, dude. What the fuck? The fuck are you doing with that shit?
You feeding the homeless?
I think he was taking them downtown to resell them. Like, God damn it. But yeah, no, they're pretty fucking awesome too. And they'll never hear this because they're fucking Mennonites. They just like hate technology.
I've been there. They had an F-150 when I was there. They like some technology, but they're kind of weird about it. And they dress like more like the Amish.
Yeah. Well, apparently dressing like the Amish is an optional thing because I remember when I was a kid when we would go there, there was nobody dressed in normal clothes. They all dress like that. And now some of them do, some of them don't. I think I don't know. I guess it's shunned upon, but they still do it. I don't fucking know. But yeah, I remember going there as a kid. It was like in and out, 10 minutes, no big deal. Now, fuck no. You can go there in the middle of the week and you can go there like a Tuesday at like fucking 10 o'clock and there's a fucking 4-mile line.
There's not even bands that I like that much that I'll sit there.
I don't know. Those cinnamon buns are fucking delicious. Fuck, they're good.
It's become kind of a thing with every other guest or so to give me shit because I don't like Tenacious D. Would you like to do that?
What?
I don't like Tenacious D.
I don't like them either, so it's
Thank
okay.
you. I love you. That's why I had you on. Totally, but not really.
Okay, so I have to say, I got their new album, Apocalypto, and I listened to it, and thoroughly just disappointed.
Really?
Yeah,
Welcome.
disappointed.
Welcome to the club.
Disappointed. Though, I mean, it was kind of funny, but like, so the whole it's basically a giant story. It's like a musical book on tape, is what it is. Is the best way I can describe it, right? So it tells this story about them fighting the KKK and killing them, and destroying the evil king, who is a proxy for Trump, obviously.
This sounds like a mission on Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah. It's this big convoluted proxy story for them fighting against Trump, is what it is. And the whole thing, it's like...
Oh, what a bold stance to take today.
Yeah, right? We hate Trump. Oh, you're so fucking brave. Shut the fuck up.
If you hate him so much, ignore him, and you know what? He actually might go away. If everybody just ignored him for a minute, he might actually just disappear.
Like, yeah. Whatever. Jack Black is still an amazing vocalist.
He is.
And Kyle Gass is a great fucking instrumentalist.
That's what I hear.
And I saw them live, and they were fucking phenomenal. I would go see them live again in a heartbeat.
Are you still gonna like bomb their Twitter to try and get them on the podcast?
Actually, I contacted their booking agent.
Did you really?
Yes, I did. I haven't gotten a response yet, but I absolutely did contact their booking agent to try and get them on the show because they got a new album out. They're touring, so I was like, "Hey, if you guys gonna come to Miami? What's up? You can come on our podcast." I figured they're lowball enough that they can come here.
So am I allowed to go take a quick pee break? 'Cause I
Yeah,
really
we can
gotta
take a break.
piss.
Let's take a break. And we're back from the pee break.
Yes, thank you. I pee like a pregnant woman when I drink.
Nice. I read this thing where there's a 21-second rule. So scientists have discovered that all mammals, regardless of size or the size of their bladder, will be able to completely empty a full bladder in about 21 seconds.
Huh.
So like elephants, otters, whatever, it doesn't matter. They're all 21 seconds. Like,
How many
oh.
how many creepy scientists were sitting there like measuring like the urine like time of a duration of an otter?
I don't fucking know. But
Whose job was that?
But but it makes sense if you think about it. Like, okay, yeah, we're all mammals, so evolution, we all probably have a, proportionate size of urethra opening to, bladder size.
And muscles that push out, and there's
Yeah.
probably a lot of like overlapping similar structures.
Yeah, so I imagine
Two eyes. I mean,
Yeah, so it makes sense. But 21 seconds. So now every time I pee, since I learned that fact, every time I pee, I'm like timing myself, like 21 seconds, 21 seconds. I'm
You
gonna
ever
beat
going
it.
on your phone.
Yeah, I pulled the timer out on the stopwatch, and I'm like, all right, ready, go.
did you notice the light up toilet bowl?
I did. I thought that was pretty impressive. Actually,
Like that, right? Yeah.
I did like that.
My wife got me that light for our anniversary. I asked her for it, and she was like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yes." She's like, "Why?" I was like, "'Cause it's fun." You see, I got that shower curtain off Amazon too.
I saw that. I
The
like
Santa
Christmas-
Claus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, it's across the middle is like the belt buckle of Santa Claus outfit, and then there's like a white stripe down the middle with buttons and stuff. So it's supposed to be like a zoom in of Santa's belly.
Okay.
It's really fun. I bought it on Amazon. I think it was like $20, and it doesn't even fit the shower. It's like probably like 6 inches too short. But I bought it, and it came in, and my wife's like, "What the fuck is this?" And I was like, "It's Christmas, bitch." And she's like, "God damn it," and just walks away. And then I put it up, and she's like, "It doesn't even fit." And I was like, "I don't care. We're festive, damn it. We're fucking festive." So I got my little Christmas tree here on the desk. Plugs in USB and lights up.
And you got that Dale Earnhardt poster of her too?
Yeah.
The life size.
Life-size cardboard cutout of Dale Earnhardt, Senior. You know who Pink Floyd is?
Yes.
Okay,
Who
so
doesn't?
all right, so what do Dale Earnhardt and Pink Floyd have in common?
I have no idea.
Their last big hit was The Wall.
He freaked his wife out with that. With that, by the way, he put it in the bathroom.
Yeah. I came home from work and I put it in the shower, and then she came home and I was like, "Yeah, there's like a weird stain in the shower floor. I can't get it up. It's weird." She's like, "Really?" She goes in there to look, and she's like, "Ah!" And then so I put it there in the room, in here afterwards, and the door was open, and she walked by and she thought somebody was in here because of the. I got her twice with it.
He does have a very interesting porn stash. That's for sure.
That was the shit in the 80s, early 90s. But yeah, you know what are you gonna do? Now his kids racing, and he's all clean cut and shit.
Oh, really?
He was on an episode of Joe Rogan too. It's pretty good.
Yeah. No, his was really good. He was talking about all the racing and stuff he did, and he was talking about how he flipped it. He was in his personal truck driving on the road, and he flipped his truck.
Like 18 or 19 years old. Yeah.
Yeah, 18 or 19 years old, and flipped a truck. Like,
Damn.
god damn.
Oh.
Krebs flipped a truck.
Oh, I did. I flipped a semi, or rolled it.
What?
I was a truck driver for a couple months. I was still training, and it's and I was not working for a great company. Fuck you, Western Express. But the hours that we worked were really grueling, and I was supposed to be training, but they ran so training. You know, I'll drive, and then I drive with a trainer, and you
Okay.
live in this tiny little area. And I'm supposed to be trained, so I'm just supposed to be making sure that I know how to do all the things that I'm supposed to do. But instead, they were running us like we were a team, like we were two seasoned professionals. So we were almost never stopping. We were always going. I'm going through different time zones. I'm doing something that I just learned. I took 3 weeks of classes to get my Class
CDL?
D. Yeah. My Class D CDL. So like I've done it, but I'm also working in like an entirely different semi truck than I was working before. And backing up, that thing's a bitch. It's fucking huge. I hit so many curbs because you have to swing so far out before you turn. So I'm trying to learn a lot of stuff. Now, mind you, I did 12 hours on, 12 hours off, 1 day off a week in the Air Force. So I can work grueling hours. This is a whole nother fucking thing. So I was riding in the middle of fucking nowhere, Virginia, literally 90 miles away from anywhere. The closest place was Charlottesville, which is where they had the white supremacist guys with the tiki torches.
Oh God.
This is and that was the closest, quote unquote, civilization from it. By the way, I actually went there, and I didn't see any white supremacist people. But you look around and you go, "Are you one? Are you one? Are you one?" It's like I don't know. That's what they're known for now. So yeah, you guys. But yeah, so I fell asleep at the wheel for just a split second, and when I came to, I was on the side of the road, and there was a giant hill. So I was almost like perpendicular to the ground. I look left and I see road. Like I shouldn't see that out my left window. And then I just like turn sharply, just trying to get back on the road. Fucking thing rolls. The seatbelts are awesome. My trainer fell out of the bunk. He's freaking out. And it was like, I was kind of like freaked out for a second, but I'm like, no, I'm fine. No one's hurt. I don't give a shit about the Amazon products that were hauling. And they, some people that came like knocking the top, like don't move. So I'm sitting there, all right. And I was like, fuck it, I'm tired of not moving. So I like unbuckled, climbed out, got out, and everyone else is like kind of freaking out. Are you okay? Are you okay? Like, yeah, I'm fine. My trainer though was like, I'm hurt. I need a paramedic. So they take him away. And then all the cops are like grilling me about how much low was I carrying, where we going, da-da-da. I'm like, dude, I'm training. I'm not even sure where I am right now. I've just been following the little GPS thing. I passed out for a second. Like I told them, everything that had happened. And then there was a moment, kind of like a David Fincher movie, kind of like at the end of like Fight Club, where I'm like, you know what? This is not what I'm meant to be doing. It sucks that this had to happen to confirm this, but this is not for me. This life sucks. And then my company literally abandoned us in the middle of nowhere. Like they fired us, didn't tell us. They put us up in a hotel for like 2 days, and then just stopped answering my calls when I said, "So what's going on?" Like the last thing he said was, "Well, we're gonna send you home." Like, all right, we'll send you a bus ticket. Never heard from them again. I had to take a $120 Uber down to Charlottesville. Got a hotel. That's Infinity War had just come out, so I got to see that, highlight. Bright
Always got to look for the upside.
Yeah, and then Charlottesville has an Amtrak that took me directly to Indiana, where I was living, and yeah, never heard from that fucking company ever again.
That sucks. I would sue them.
I don't care. Soon for what? I'm the one who technically made the mistake. We were in. There are certain rules with you can only drive for so long. And you need to take a certain amount of breaks. We were within the rules because the vehicle will not actually operate if you're outside the rules. But they were still running somebody who was still in training like they've been running their entire life. Like it was so bad that my friends who are truck drivers, they were still talking about that accident a couple months afterwards, and not about me. They're talking about just the poor training that a lot of these companies do.
That's intense.
So Tyler,
Yes.
how do you feel about Trump?
I'm indifferent about politics.
Indifferent? You
Yeah.
vote?
So you voted for him?
You
I
voted
did
for him?
not vote.
You didn't vote?
I did not vote.
Fucking
Cool. Mike Lowry doesn't vote either.
Do you know Mike Lowry?
No.
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 Too bad.
Okay. Yeah. He was one of our podcast guests, and he's
One of our many gingers.
one of the many gingers that have come on, and he it was funny because he doesn't vote, but we know this chick that he was hanging out with one night, and she got all up in his face like, "No, you have to vote. It's your duty." Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, "No, you don't have to vote. You can choose
Yeah.
to not vote. That's a thing."
That's my right there.
Yeah, that's all right. Welcome to America. Do what you want, man.
America.
America.
Yeah, no, I'm indifferent about politics.
Do you think Mike Pence is cute?
I would have to see a picture.
Oh, the vice president.
Vice President Mike
No.
Pence.
No.
No,
No, he's not cute.
no.
Oh, I
I
thought
wish-
he was adorable.
I was trying to get this hashtag going called Gay for Pence, because I was in Chicago. I was flying down to Orlando, and it just happened to be on Trump's inauguration, and there was 500,000 fucking people there, like marching and protesting. I didn't know that. I'm just trying to get to fucking O'Hare because that was the best and closest airport to me. So I take an Amtrak to Chicago, take the blue line to O'Hare, fly out. Always cheaper. I get out and there's just nothing but angry women and like protest signs, and I so wanted to on many occasions yell, "Do your husbands know you're here? Like, did they let you out?" But I don't want to die by 1,000 angry manly hands. But there was like, and it was a Saturday. I'm like, you guys, I mean, I understand protesting, but at this point, he just been inaugurated. He hadn't done anything yet. You're basically just bitching that you don't like your new boss, and who doesn't like the boss sometimes? Like that just happens.
That is true.
But there was a girl coming up.
Don't you work for your dad?
Which law firm? No, that's it.
I'm not saying. I plead my fifth on that one.
I mean, which bakery?
Yeah, which bakery?
But there was a girl coming up, and she had a sign that just said "Fuck Pence, fuck Pence," and Pence was the governor of Indiana.
okay.
So he was technically my governor, I guess. I mean, I didn't vote for him. When I got there, he was already there. But so by the way, he was like bottom of the list of running mates. Like Trump went to Kasich, he went to fucking everybody, and they all said no. Like we got Pence because everybody else said no.
I can't believe, so John Kasich, I can't believe he said no. John Kasich is, I can believe he said no to Trump, but John Kasich is a really great middle ground Republican. Like, he's not,
Not on weed, but on everything else, he's pretty good. He's a good moderate Republican.
and he's almost a rhino, which I don't know if you know what that means. Republican in name only.
Okay.
He has not conservative values, but as far as like budget and spending, like, okay, we don't need to be taxing people, we don't need to be spending money, we need to have common sense laws, and that's why Ohio has a positive budget, because he's in charge, and everything else he's fairly hands off. Like, no, this isn't the government's job, we're not doing that, leave it alone. And Ohio's doing great. I would have loved to see him in office, but I really have a feeling.
He's still planning on running, by the way.
Yeah.
Apparently, in 2020.
I was reading, apparently he plans on running against Trump for the Republican nomination in 2020,
Nice.
which if he,
that'll be interesting.
yeah, it will. If he winds up even running independent, I will probably be voting for him.
Really?
Yeah.
So this girl is coming down with a big sign that says "Fuck Pence," and he's from Indiana, where I'm currently living. So just to be a dick, I know, so out of character for me. Just to be a dick, I was like, "Hey, you leave Pence alone. He's from Indiana, where I'm coming from," and just immediately triggered. She's like, just was angry, and I said, "Hey, you leave him alone. He's adorable, and I'm gay for Pence." I got her to start chanting "gay for Pence" all the way down the street. I got her to go from triggered to liking me within about 5 seconds. I was probably this close to getting hit in the face.
It's a roller coaster of emotion there.
I do it a lot.
It's hard not to like you, Krebs.
Some people don't, and I don't understand it.
I don't get it either.
No. I mean,
It's a very confusing thing.
I love me. I'm adorable.
So, Tyler, who's your favorite president?
Again, I don't care about politics.
You don't have a favorite president?
No.
Okay, who's your favorite historical figure?
Is it Morgan Freeman? Is he your favorite president from like Deep Impact? I don't know. Just thought
You mean oh no, he wasn't president in Sum of All Fears.
That's right. Thank you. No.
No, he wasn't president. It was someone else.
Yeah, he was in Deep Impact.
Yes,
One of those other
right.
like catastrophe.
Okay, so if you could go back in time and meet any historical figure.
Cleopatra.
Okay, if you could go back in time and meet any American historical figure.
Honestly, probably Rosa Parks.
Rosa Parks?
Yeah.
You have to go back that far.
Well, she was a.
She only died recently. Pretty sure you guys were alive at the same time for a little bit.
Maybe, probably.
So what you're saying is you just didn't try hard enough to meet her.
No.
I mean, she has a picture with Trump.
Does she really?
Yes.
Well then.
I want to meet Strom Thurmond just so I can ask him.
Oh, God.
So I can ask him about his half black daughter. Racist fucking dude has a half black daughter.
No one knows who Strom Thurmond is. He was the longest serving senator in American history.
Oh, okay.
He was here at the beginning.
Yes. Okay. Put it this way. He died in office. I think he was like 100 and something years old. he was so old that he did a filibuster for the civil rights laws.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he was super racist, all about segregation.
Back when he was a Democrat, by the way.
Yeah, when he was a Democrat. Yeah,
Oh.
Because when they signed the civil rights laws, when LBJ did,
yeah,
all the racist Democrats went over to the Republicans.
Yeah.
All the Southern guys.
yeah. So he did one of the longest filibusters in congressional history over the segregation laws
Wow.
because he didn't want he wanted to maintain segregation.
Wow.
Well,
And continued to serve in office. I think he died in like the early 2000s.
yeah.
That's crazy.
And
Yeah,
when
and on his deathbed, he's like, I might have been wrong on race.
Hey, at least he admitted it.
Yeah,
and then afterwards, his daughter comes out and is like, yeah, that's my dad.
I'm half black, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, fucker had jungle fever. I don't blame him. Just own it, dude.
He's such a fucking scumbag. Dude, it's so funny. Okay, so one of the dudes I work with, he's a black dude, and he always jokes around about being like hardcore Republican and a real American.
Oh, is it that the guy that I met here a couple times? Or?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So, super smart guy. Probably one of the smartest men I've ever met in my life. So he starts joking. We joke about stuff at work all the time, and everyone kind of looks at us like, what? Because they don't know what we're talking about. So, like, we joke about, like, Iran-Contra and Benghazi. And one day he busts out with some shit, and he's like, yeah, I want to make a T-shirt. It says Strom Thurmond was right. And I was like, oh, my God. And everyone is, and everyone around us just kind of looks and goes, who the fuck is that? And we're like, oh, God damn it. You don't even want to know. Like, it would just be so funny to see this big black dude wearing a shirt that's promoting Strom Thurmond. Like,
That's so funny.
Oh, there's a great comedian, black comedian. I cannot remember his fucking name, and I'm gonna feel bad about that because he had one of the best like bits about racism. He he did a show for the Klan by accident because his name was it Daryl White, I think his name is, or right? In somewhere in Texas, like one of like the big like KKK places, and they booked a comedian because they went to a site and they just saw names, so they picked like the whitest name they could find, and they had him come, and he knocks on the door. They're like, "Who the fuck are you?" He's like, "I'm the comic. Like I'm here to do the show." He's like, "Dude, I will pay you to leave. I don't have lynching insurance." Like, he goes, "No, I spent my fucking money, gas money. I'm doing the show," and he killed. He fucking killed. And he got a Confederate shirt signed by all these black people, by all these KKK members, saying, "Hey, you're a funny nigga." Like they fucking loved
Jesus.
him. He hung out with him afterwards, and he goes, "Dude, I have never heard so many great nigga jokes in all my life." Like he's the black guy, so he wears this Confederate T-shirt to somewhere in California. He was hanging out, and he has a white comic friend with him, but his white comic friend lived with him in Harlem for years, so he's got like no more white guilt. Like he's been through the shit. As the dude says, is Daryl right? Fuck. As Daryl says, he's like, yeah, he has no more white guilt. He's lived with us. He can use the N-word around me, but just me. And he's so he's walking down. He's wearing this Confederate T-shirt with his white friend, and this black guy rolls up on a skateboard and like, dreads and all that. And he goes, "Why are you wearing that shirt?" He's like, "I like this shirt." "Why are you wearing that shirt? Do you know what it means?" He goes, "Yeah, they fucking lost. I'm allowed to wear the symbol of a loser if I want to. If you can wear an Oakland Raiders T-shirt, I can wear this T-shirt." So the black guy talking, so the black guy with dreads talking to Daryl, the black comic, that doesn't work. So he like tries to like aim the conversation towards the white guy. He goes, "What do you think of this? Do you think this is okay?" So the white guy goes, "Are you kidding? I bought this nigga on eBay. I can dress him up however the fuck I want." That's how you deal with racism. You make it fucking funny.
Are you racist, Tyler?
I am not.
Really?
How many black guys have you been with?
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta think about that.
Oh
one.
shit!
Oh, damn. Jesus.
You slut.
And you're never going on another date again? Jesus. You can take those dates to Stubley's.
Get some wine.
Yeah. They have really nice waterfalls and stuff and little huts you hang out and
Get
drink
prime
in
rib for $15.
on Friday nights.
Yeah.
Get some meat in your mouth.
Yeah, get some meat in your mouth. See, moments like this, I wish we had video.
You said you wanted to get out of your comfort zone. You're welcome.
I do like meat in my mouth. I will
Yes.
admit that.
So you heard it here, folks. Tyler is a meatitarian.
That's right.
I have probably been with 3 or 4 black men, actually.
Nice.
And if
That-
my dad were ever to find out about that, he would probably cut my head off. But
I think after 2, you're qualified as not racist anymore.
okay,
Yeah.
How many till you can use the N word?
what?
How many black guys do you have to do till you can use the N word like around
I
them?
would never use that.
I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying, like, how many of them would then allow it? Wait, but why would your dad cut your hair? Because they're black, or they're men, or both, or
both.
so it's just like. It's
So
like
is your dad like uncomfortable with you being gay, or
Yes, very much.
really?
Yeah.
That sucks. That's not
My
cool.
mom is too, but she like accepts it more. So
Okay.
did they have an issue with your sister?
no, because my sister just doesn't give a shit.
Fair enough. Well,
So.
at least he hasn't like cut you out of his life or anything.
No.
Like
At least not yet. I'd never bring a boyfriend home. That's for sure.
that sucks.
Yeah.
That's kind of shitty, actually.
Well, then we can't date. I'm sorry, Tyler.
Yeah.
We can't date because I always
But
meet parents.
craps.
I always meet parents. I'm sorry. I like that uncomfortable moment.
My dad told me he thought I was gay for a while. Not even kidding. I guess because I didn't bring a girl home till like my senior year of high school.
Well, it's really awkward when we're out to dinner and we have a female server, and my dad's like, "Hi, this is my son." I'm like, "Really, really, Dad?"
Is that necessary? Like, you could just say hi. No, my grandfather was really not big on gay people. I think he like worked in an AIDS ward, so he just like made the association, the gay AIDS, being gay is obviously bad because God's punished you. He was one of those. And on more than one occasion, he pulled me aside and he said, "Bobby," and I don't go by that name very often, but find yourself a good woman and not a man, or I'll take a shotgun between your legs and end that little problem. And he laughed and walked away. Apparently, I'm the only grandson who had that conversation. He didn't say that. Apparently, I was the one like most likely to be gay, I guess, like in a household. But what's really fucked up and weird is he was the most progressive of his age. Like he fought against the internment of the Japanese during World War II. He fought for Asians and blacks to be in his fraternity in college. Incredibly progressive person for his time. His dad was so fucking racist, he hated Irishmen. And my grandfather found this out because when my grandfather's father came to this country to make extra money, he would break wild horses, and then sell them. And and my grandfather was like, "Oh, well, you must have gotten bucked off a lot." He goes, "I'm not some stupid fucking Irishman." Like that's hard. That's weirdly racist because like today you can't even quite pick. Like I can pick out a black guy. I'm not sure if that guy's Irish or not, but he felt really comfortable hating them. He's like, "No, I'm not fucking Irish. I tied 100 pound sacks of hay on either side of them, and I wait for them to get tired, and I walk them home." And then what's funny is so you know he wasn't terribly progressive. His son, my grandfather, very progressive racially, hated gay people, but then we go down to my mother, who thinks that every woman should be born and immediately paired up with a gay best friend, so more progressive. Like the family has gotten more progressive. Although my dad voted against gay marriage in Florida like 10 years ago, but my mom voted for it. And I'm like, you guys should have just stayed home. Like you guys,
Wasted your time.
yeah,
Counteracted each other's votes.
basically, yeah. Although
That's when I came out on Facebook
what
when they were voting for that.
was
I
that right?
think. Yeah.
Oh.
Or MySpace.
MySpace.
Yeah.
Well, the one that I remember specifically remember you posting on Facebook, and I'm like, good for you. I'm like, we all know, but good for you.
It was really funny. I saw this thing the other day. It was somebody like screenshotted this chick on I think it was Instagram or Facebook talking about how she wants when someone goes to her page to be able to hear her favorite song and like see her favorite pictures and stuff like that. And like someone commented on like, "Oh, you've never seen MySpace. I forgot. You're only 19." Like, yeah, that was MySpace.
Yep.
I'm gonna make you listen to my stupid song. And look at my cool background. Look how cool that background is. I had to code that. What's up?
Fuck you. My playlist was awesome.
You know, MySpace is still a thing.
I know. I keep getting emails saying, "Hey, you can come back. We saved your pictures." Like, no. It's like an ex saying, "Hey, I kept like our movie ticket stub. You want to hang out?" No, I'm over you. Like, no, I moved on.
It's mostly a music thing now. Like, there's a lot of bands and stuff
Apparently
on there.
they do really well actually on there.
Yeah, there's a lot of good bands and stuff on there. So if you're looking for new music, you can go on there and
Okay.
bands are friends with other bands inside the same genre or close to, and you can go listen to their songs and stuff that they put up. It's
Oh, that's cool. Let's check that out.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. They retooled themselves, but it's funny now because Facebook is no longer a cool thing. I don't know if you noticed or not. It's for old people.
Yeah. the moment your grandmother sends you a friend request, you're out. Like,
Yeah. It was funny. I was just watching one of the episodes with my wife for the new Full House, the Fuller House, and the kid is talking about how he makes out with this chick every day after school, but he wants her to be his girlfriend, but she's too cool to be his girlfriend, so he made it an official relationship status on Facebook that they were dating, and the chick was like, "Why would you do that? That's for old people." I'm like, damn, it's even on like, TV shows now. Facebook is for fucking old people.
well, yeah, because like Instagram is kind of what Facebook used to be. It was just like nice. It was happy. You post something up. There was very little like general negativity on Instagram. I don't see it.
Yeah.
Like people just like stuff and they comment, or they scroll and move on with their fucking lives. But on Facebook, long rants and posts and anger and Russian collusion apparently.
Yeah, I blame the Russians.
Yeah,
I'm part Russian.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Do you get the hammer or the sickle?
I don't know what that means.
Oh, didn't I send? Oh yeah, I sent you a picture. It was a tomahawk and a sickle, and it was from a libertarian group that they'd made a picture. It was a tomahawk and a sickle, and it said Warren and Sanders 2020.
Yeah.
That one, wait.
I know it's fine.
You know who Elizabeth Warren is?
No.
He's a senator from.
It's a great story.
Massachusetts.
Okay, so this broad, Democrat, right? So she hates Trump. And
Mind you, she was good at busting the banks and like their.
yeah, she went after the
2010?
banks after the 2008 collapse for the things they did, which was good. But so Trump rolls into the picture, and so she's like huge anti-Trump, right? And it's so fucking funny. So like the whole thing for Democrats now is to be victimized. If you're not part of a victimized group, then you don't get to say anything, right?
You need to be of some minority.
Yeah, you have to be a minority and you have to be of a group that's victimized.
Like you're gay, they love you.
Yeah, they'd love you. So she is this, white, fucking white ass broad, right?
She's also white.
Yeah, she's also white. Went to fucking Harvard. Like, she is the elite. She's part of the fucking elite. So she basically starts telling everyone that she's part Native American.
She's been saying it for years.
And that her
She got a job off of it.
Yeah.
She didn't go to school for it, but she did get a job because of it.
yeah, and said that her parents were shunned being together because of race and this and that. So she understands oppression and all this bullshit, right? So she comes up and says, she's Native American, and Trump fucking with her goes, "All right, Pocahontas," right? And everyone blew up about it, like, "Oh, he's so mean to her." So this broad goes out and does the 23andMe thing.
No, he offered her like $1 million to take a DNA test.
Yeah. So she does the DNA test, comes back. She's like, it's like 0.000000000000000000001% Native American, and not even Native American, like some tribe in Colombia. Like,
Oh, shit.
yeah, like I'm pretty sure you could trace that bitch's ancestry back to the fucking Nina, like maybe the Pinta. Like,
But what's funny was Trump's like, "Yeah, see, I was right," and she was like, "No, see, I was right. See, I'm a little Native American somewhere back." Like, no. She came out with a fucking cookbook called Pow Wow Chow, and
Yeah.
she plagiarized most of it. Like, no, you were not any of these things. And actually, in fact, the Native American tribes like, "Can you please shut up?"
yeah, they told her that just because you have ancestry doesn't mean you're Native American. You're not actually part of a tribe, so go away.
Wow.
Yeah. So she's still in office and doing her thing, and she still understands oppression
That's crazy.
because she's Native American. Which actually, I got the 23andMe thing.
I saw that.
Yeah, I just did it this morning. I got to mail it off tomorrow, so I'm gonna see how Irish I am. Because I'm fairly certain I'm Irish, English, maybe some Italian, but I think that's gonna be the majority of it. We'll see. When I get the results, I'll definitely talk about it on the show.
Yeah.
But
So, how much of a oppressed minority are you, or are you just Russian?
dude, he's full oppressed, bro. He's gay.
I know, but if you like have other things in there, like if you're Jewish, you can add like multiple.
Oh yeah, you could be like
I have
intersectionally.
Jewish in me as well.
Oh
Yeah,
really?
yeah,
Oh dude,
yeah.
you are so victimized.
Right?
What was his name? Dude, you open the door. You
That
open the
totally
door.
went over my head at first, though. Totally went over my head.
I try not to take the easy ones, but you weren't gonna, so somebody had to. I would apologize, but it's not my style.
Dude, you're like super intersectional
Yeah,
there,
right.
bro. You're overly oppressed. I don't know how you've made it this far.
I don't know either.
You need government assistance.
right?
Where does your last name come from? Do you know?
Russia.
Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Falkowski.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Can you speak Russian or no?
No. It was like my great great grandfather.
Came over during the potato famine.
Probably.
I think that was Irish, but
The vodka famine? I don't
yeah,
know.
is that a thing?
I don't know. But you do make vodka out of potatoes, so.
Yeah,
Prohibition.
that was a thing we did.
I actually like Prohibition. Well,
What?
hold on.
Why?
Hold on. I like Prohibition for the same reasons that I like the way that we did like nuclear weapons. We weren't sure what was going to happen. Actually, my grandfather, the one that didn't like gays, he was actually in. He was there for the first nuclear tests. I think in New Mexico.
I think it was Nevada, New Mexico, somewhere in there.
Yeah. He was there because he was actually a brilliant army doctor, and they were trying to get him to work on basically trying to figure out how to like make a vaccine to make you like immune to radiation, because they figured nukes would get out, so it'd be awesome if we could be immune to that. But he was telling me that like he was there for the explosion. He was there. Yeah, it would have been Nevada, because he said that's the first and only time he ever went to Vegas. He'd never fucking go back because it's a den of sin.
Vegas is fucking awesome.
I know your stories are awesome, and one day we're gonna get into those.
Vegas is awesome.
But he was telling me that like they were pretty sure what was gonna happen the first time they launched that nuke, but they weren't certain that it wouldn't like ignite the atmosphere and burn all life like on this planet. How America is that? We're pretty sure what's gonna happen, but we're not totally sure. It might kill everybody. Fuck it, let's do it. And it worked out well. Prohibition I like too, because they're like, hey, alcohol, bad. You know what? We made a mistake. Let's take that back. That's what America used to be. Try shit. Does it work? All right, no. It's fine. Take it back. I don't like Prohibition itself. I like that we tried something, and then we went back.
Prohibition never works of anything.
Nope.
Never works.
I agree.
You create black markets, and then you wind up, funding crime and terrorism. Do you remember that after 9/11, everybody was like, you don't do drugs because drugs are funding terrorism. So every time you buy illegal drugs, it's funding terrorists. I felt really bad about buying pot.
While that's going on, Marines are guarding poppy fields in fucking Afghanistan. Like, come on.
It's such a joke.
So what's your list of all this stuff?
Yeah, I've always been writing on the walls in here. So so we used to, my band used to practice in here. So the dates and places up there are from shows one of my cover bands played.
Oh, nice.
And then those over there are songs we used to practice,
Oh, okay.
songs we played for the shows. And then on the door, chord progressions for some of the songs, because literally we would be like, all right, let's try this song. And I would look it up real quick on my phone, look at the chord progression, write it down, and then we'd play it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like we might give it a listen through real quick and go, okay, all right, let's do it. Because generally, for most of the pop rock songs, most of them are pretty straightforward. Like there's definitely a formula to them,
Yeah.
and you just, all right, this is the chord change here, here, here. These are the chords. All right, and then you do it.
Nice.
It was good. This was the magic room. Yeah.
Am I allowed to sign now, or do I have to wait until the end?
No, you can sign now if you want to. Knock yourself out.
I can write anything?
Anything you want. You see, there's a bunch of dicks on there. It's funny because, Alger. Alger was, he was like, oh, look at all these dicks. Bunch of amateur dick drawers.
Oh. There we go.
Tyler sucks cocks.
Cock.
Cock. Nice. So
Look,
Tyler's,
Reps,
Tyler signed the desk. So can you play any instruments or no?
No. I used to sing.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you any good? Yeah. You want to be in a band?
No.
Again with the fast responses.
God. I was thinking about doing a Tenacious D tribute band.
Yeah, no.
Come on, man.
I don't like Tenacious D.
You don't have to like them.
So I just asked your wife, so you don't like camping? No, I don't. The last time I tried to like go to the bathroom in the bushes, a frog smacked me in the ass. I'm like, you got ass smacked by a frog? She goes, yes.
I keep messing with her. I keep finding those outdoor little pee things for chicks. It's like basically funnels. Have you seen those?
Yes.
They're like they have some that are like paper, that are like disposable or whatever.
That's awful.
Yeah, right. I'm like, God, that's
You should have had Dick. They're awesome.
yeah, right. Write my name. And
How do you
shit.
feel about Dick Tyler?
Well, so you guys I like to suck them.
If there's any gay dudes listening right now and you're single,
And you
Tyler would really like to go on a date
Two
to the
Schneblers.
winery.
Yeah, two Schneblers.
Two Schneblies.
Got some wine.
Yeah,
Prime rib. If you eat meat.
What is your type? I don't even know.
yeah.
Honestly, right now I don't have one because I'm not looking.
Oh,
Okay, what if someone gets on our social media and was like, "Hey, I'm a gay dude. I want to go on a date. You want to go on a blind date?"
Sure, why not?
All right, so this is going to be our new mission. We're going to hook Tyler up on a date. So until Tyler tells us he went on a date, we're going to plug Tyler. So Tyler, what's your perfect date?
Just a good time.
Just a good time
Just a good time.
at the winery?
Yes, at Shibley's. Good time at Shibley's. You got to drink. Maybe smoke a little pot, but hey.
So what kind of movies do you like? Sell yourself here. You know, this is like dating connection, bro.
what sign are you? As if it matters.
I'm a Gemini.
Oh, it still doesn't matter though.
Yeah, I know it doesn't.
So okay, so what are your turn-offs?
I haven't even really thought about that kind of stuff in a really long time, so
Really?
yeah.
Is it vaginas?
Yes, it is vaginas. They scare me.
Really?
Yeah.
They scare me too. Don't feel bad.
Especially the predator ones that have the teeth.
Yeah, vaginas. Being scared of vaginas does not make you gay. I promise. So, when was the last time you were in a relationship, like a real long-term deal?
Like 8 years ago.
Oh
I
wow.
think I remember that one. I think we were talking about it. It was like, we haven't had sex in a long time. Like, dude, get out. That's that's sign number one. The canary's been dead for 2 weeks. You gotta go.
Yeah.
And
I
you-
actually never had sex with my last boyfriend.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought that was like the fun part of being gay is like you both have like increased sex drive.
I have a very passive sex drive.
Was he not gay? I don't know.
No, he was.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
He got married.
All right.
To a man?
Yes.
Okay.
So you haven't been on a date since then, or?
No, I've been on dates, but
We actually used to go on mandates.
we did go on mandates.
Yeah. And we would bring Nicole Melms.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So you haven't been on like a date, like
Not on a real date.
not on a real
in
date.
while. Yeah.
That's too bad. I haven't been on a real date in a while either. I don't count going out with my wife.
I guess we went to Target last night.
Yeah, we had a romantic date to Target.
Nice.
We had to do some Christmas things, and then afterwards we came back and we got some KFC, and then we watched Venom.
Nice. How was it?
I saw Venom.
We were talking about this earlier.
That's all I really can say about it. I saw it.
I haven't seen it, but
I mean, it's not the MCU, just like I thought. And it's
but apparently they did have dinner with like Kevin Feige to like at least get some intake, and they also did it for the Phoenix Saga coming up.
you know what they should have done?
Not made it.
Yeah, they should have had a fucking deal like they did with Spider-Man and been like, here, you guys know what the fuck you're doing with your own properties. Just give us money because we own this shit. And that would have been it. And then we would have gotten I guarantee you it would have made like triple what it made. And it probably would have been 3 times as fucking good. Like, I mean, I'm not going to lie. It was whatever. It was, I mean, I didn't hate it, but I didn't like, I wasn't like, oh yeah, Venom. It was like, oh, okay, let's see what the fuck they did. And I was not let down.
But But you didn't have high expectations, so there was not a lot to drop either.
Yeah. Which okay, so like
But out of the gate, I thought it was gonna be good. You had fucking Tom Hardy. I love Tom Hardy. He's
Tom,
awesome.
I'm not gonna lie. Tom Hardy did an amazing fucking job. He was phenomenal. He was excellent because he's fucking Tom Hardy. He's a great fucking actor.
I was pissed that he got cast as Venom because I thought in 2-3 years he could be the next Wolverine. If you let us get over Hugh Jackman for a while, I thought he'd be great.
I really think we should just. I really want Ryan Reynolds to just keep badgering Hugh Jackman to come back to do a Wolverine Deadpool movie. Because that would just be fucking phenomenal.
I don't think we even need to say that. I think he's going to keep doing it because Ryan Reynolds has some free time occasionally. I think he's going to do it.
God, I hope he keeps doing it. It's so great. Have you seen this? So Ryan Reynolds just badgers the shit out of Hugh Jackman consistently to get him to come out of retirement to do Wolverine in one of his Deadpool movies. Like, oh God, that'd be so great. And he just keeps pestering him. Like, and pestering it, like, on social media, like, for the world to see, like, fucking with him.
That's funny.
There's an Instagram video where it's Hugh Jackman getting ready for some role, or I think he was doing theater, and he's in his hotel room, he's in a robe, and he's holding up his phone, and then he sort of tilts it, and you see on his hotel bed is Ryan Reynolds in the Deadpool costume singing, but also in a robe. Apparently he just stalks him too. All right, what was the last movie you saw?
The Grinch, the new one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Okay, so what do you think about the Marvel movies? Are you big into comic books or no?
No, but I
No.
do love X-Men. So
Okay, there's a flick. Okay, so the First Class movie, X-Men First Class, I went into that with low expectations.
Oh, totally.
And
I saw the casting.
Yeah. I went in completely low expectations and was totally blown away by that one. And Days of Future Past. I mean, Days of Future Past, I went in with a little more expectations because that was the first storyline that I actually...
Knew of.
Well, not that I knew of. That was the first one that I had... didn't just read the comic book. They had actually put out written books for that storyline. And I had them and read all of them.
And they occasionally redo it every couple of years because their future and their present kind of changes.
Yeah.
So they'll always redo that story every couple of years.
And that was one of my
the
favorites.
first one's a better one though, but
Yeah, but so I knew that story backwards and forwards because I had read the comic books and the actual books, like the novels they made when I was a little kid. It was one of my favorite X-Men storylines, and I remember the cover. It had all the wanted picture. It had all the wanted posters. Deceased. Yeah, yeah, and I thought it was fucking phenomenal. God, it was so good, and the only thing that was missing was being part of the MCU. Fuck!
So have you seen any Marvel movies or?
yeah, I've seen all of them.
But you're not a comic book fan. How does that happen? You watch all of them, but you don't.
I love superpowers.
I don't blame you. I'm 36 years old, and I'm still certain at some point my mutant powers are going to manifest.
Right?
I don't know when, but it's going
Right?
to happen.
You got to get the Terrigen gas.
Maybe. I might be inhuman. I'm totally cool with that.
I'm willing to jump into some toxic waste, see what happens.
Yeah. Cancer.
Cancer, yeah, cancer and slow death.
Radioactive spider.
really powerful cancer. Oh, it's like that Family Guy episode where they all got powers, and so Mayor Adam West goes into like a radioactive toxic waste to get powers to battle the Family Guy family. And the next scene is just him talking to his doctor. You have lymphoma. Oh, rest in peace, Mayor Adam West.
Did they kill him off the show?
No. Adam West died
Oh,
a couple years ago, I think.
so I mean, is he still the mayor?
I don't know. I don't watch Family Guy anymore because it's kind of the same shit over and over again.
Whatever. I want to. You know what? I haven't seen the Orville yet. I want to see it.
Oh, it's funny.
What is this?
Orville?
Orville.
What is that?
It's same dude from Family Guy. What's his name?
Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah, MacFarlane.
Oh, the Star Trek kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. My friend Justin said what we were saying is actually really fucking good. It's really funny.
It's so funny.
I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know. We'll see. I need to watch it. That's on my list. Well, there's so many things on my list. And I just keep not watching any of them. I wind up watching shit that's not on my list, like Venom. Venom was totally not on my list. We were having our little date night last night, and we came to the conclusion it was either be Crazy Rich Asians or Venom. and she picked Venom. So I was like, okay,
Yeah,
I don't really care for either of them.
I would roll.
So, whatever.
I would roll that too.
Yeah.
Well, what is Crazy Rich Asians? I don't even know. That doesn't sound fun to me. What is that?
Apparently, it's about this chick who's dating. This Asian couple. They're dating, and turns out his family is like billionaires, but she doesn't know it. And then she goes home with him for the holidays or something, and finds out they're billionaires. And I guess the grandma doesn't like her, and she has like this feud with the grandma. And I guess it's supposed to end in like happy terms, and grandma, I don't know, comes around or something. I don't fucking know.
Okay. That doesn't sound fun to me.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know. Whatever.
Okay, so if you're a gay dude, how do you guys like decide like who pays for the check on a date, who kisses first, like?
I am gay and I have no idea.
Like, how do you even know like if you're gonna have sex, who's doing what? Like, because I've seen Brokeback Mountain, and I like Jake Gyllenhaal just bends over, and Heath Ledger's like, "All right, I'm going into you." Like, dude, I'm straight, and that took some trial and error from me. How'd you guys fucking know what you're supposed to do? The easy answer is, yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal's a bitch. Like, he's gonna take it. But how do you guys even figure that out? Is it a conversation?
You're asking the wrong gay man.
I mean,
Sorry.
you take turns, right? Obviously, or I mean,
He's just
I haven't
shrugging.
had sex in so long that it's probably been like 2 years.
oh wow,
Yeah.
grinder, son.
No thanks. Too many dirty people out there.
Was it
Yeah.
no blacks, no Hispanics? Grindr was getting so much shit because people are putting that on their profile. Like, they don't want certain kinds of people, they want certain kinds of people, and they find that that's bigotry.
It's not bigotry. That's your personal preference.
I
Whatever.
know. I just find that funny.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? So, like I said before, any gay dudes out there that are single want to go on a date with Tyler.
I'm a really bad gay man, guys, so don't worry if you don't want to.
If
You're supposed to sell yourself, man. You're not supposed to. Don't be
I'm not
negative.
trying to sell myself.
You should be.
If you're a straight guy but confused and you want to like hook up and have an awkward handshake afterwards and never talk again, call Tyler.
Okay.
Is it more your speed? Because you don't have to like. There's no drama afterwards.
Yeah, there's no drama. There's no cuddling after.
Have you ever hooked up with a straight guy? Like, or at least a guy who said he was straight? and-
Yes.
Have you?
Yes.
How'd that go? Was it awkward?
Yes.
Did he have any idea what he was doing?
No.
Because I've been with girls who clearly don't know what they're doing. So that must be like, thanks for the effort. Cool.
That's one of those moments you take the reins and you just do
Or
what you're
do
gonna
you-
do.
Yeah.
Or do you just like what's it called? Do the airport with like the glowing sticks? Like, all right, here, and here. Do this. Go home.
Yeah, no, you got to give instructions.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, let me ask you this. What was like the weirdest sex you ever had? Like the moment where you're like, I guess I'm gonna finish. I don't know what
And
Most of the time I don't. Because most of the people I've been with haven't been that good. So.
yeah, but what was the weirdest sex?
like it freaked you out a little bit. Like what was the weirdest thing
And
that happened?
what was her name? Comfort.
I don't know. Nothing's very memorable, so.
Ouch! Ouch! Don't name names. You might hurt feelings.
I'll tell you a story. You want to hear the sex that freaked me out the best?
Sure.
Yeah, I did not know what to do with this. So I hook up with this chick, and we're doing her thing, and I'm going at it doggy style, and she turns around and looks at me, and she's like, "Hit me!" And I'm like, "Okay." So I, give her a smack on the ass, and she like kind of goes stiff and turns and looks at me like dead seriously. She's like, "Hit me like a fucking man." I was like,
Oh.
"All right."
You
So
want
I-
me to put you down.
So I'm like, all right. So I smack her on the ass again, and she turns around and looks at me. She's like, fucking punch me. And I was like, okay. like, I don't, this isn't sexy anymore. And then she's like, hit me in the fucking kidneys. Hit me. And I was like, what the fuck? like,
somebody was daddy's punching bag.
and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I gotta go.
we might have dated the same girl. I don't know. I've had that girl. I had that girl. Actually, this is the one who said she was like pregnant with my kid, but wasn't. She would do that. She's like, hit me, and I just sort of ignored it. And just like did my thing, and then afterwards she was like, why do you fucking hit me? I'm like, what do you mean? Like, hit you how? Like, I felt like that request required a lot more homework and back and forth, so I just ignored it. But
Needs like a fucking safe word.
yeah, and a spotter.
Yeah.
So she's like,
And like contracts.
yeah. Oh, sign
don't get
here.
sued, yeah.
Sign here. Where is the notary? Because I need this notarized. So she like, hit me. So afterwards, I'm like, well, what do you mean hit you? She like, leave a fucking mark. I went, hell no. Because why? I'm like, honestly, you're kind of crazy, and I don't want what I do to you to be the People's Exhibit A in court because I don't trust you. Yeah, no. She doesn't want to be choked. I'm like, no, I'm not doing anything that leaves marks like that. If there's marks on the hips and the back and the ass, those can be explained away in court. But throat, face, no. That no. You could play too much with that.
Dude, chicks love getting choked.
I know, but I'm not leaving marks.
You don't have to leave a mark.
No, but
You can be gently firm.
one of the
Gently firm. That's the key. Gently firm.
One of the best girls I ever slept with. She liked choking and she wanted to choke me too. So she was like, "Listen, here's how it works. I will put my hands in your throat and you lean in as much as you want, and you do the same to me." I'm like, "That's perfect. Like that gave me a bounds. I knew exactly where to go, what not to do. I'm not into choking, but at least I know that's what she wants, so I can go a little bit into that. Thank you. That's how you pregame."
Anything crazy like that, Tyler?
No.
No?
So you're just straight vanilla gay, just.
Yeah.
Vanilla gay? That's boring, man. Fuck.
I'm an awful gay man.
Do you even have a GIMP costume?
A what?
GIMP costume.
I don't know what
You've
that
never
is.
seen Pulp Fiction?
No.
You're just a terrible man.
You're killing me.
Yeah.
You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
killing me, Smalls.
Good movie.
Oh, he
knows
He's
that
seen
one.
that one.
He's seen
Okay.
Sandlot. All right.
We got one. We got one. So what are
So-
your wait, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
So what are your plans? Because you've jumped around culinary school, massage therapy school, and now you're a paralegal. No, I'm sorry. You work at your dad's bakery. What do you want to do?
I have no idea. I have no aspirations in life right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you know who David Goggins is?
Nope.
No, he wouldn't know who that is.
You should look into David Goggins.
Okay.
I love David Goggins. So not just because he's an animal. Dude's a fucking beast and a half. He holds the world record for pull-ups in a day. He runs ultra marathons, like 100-mile races, and wins. He was a Navy SEAL, Army Ranger. He was in the Air Force. He did I think he did 21 or 22 years in the military, retired.
Wow.
And now he's a wildland firefighter on top of being an ultra marathoner, author, motivational speaker. I like him because, okay, so he's not like the regular motivational speaker where he says these key words and things like that. He just talks about how you have to get over your own mental blocks and how to fight through them and just find your mental toughness. And he does that through working out, which is why he constantly challenges himself in working out, because he's like, if I slip in this, I'll slip in everything else. So I have to do this because I'm weak.
and there's nothing wrong with admitting weakness.
Yeah, no. And he admits his own weakness all the time, which is what I really like about him, because he doesn't get up there and talk about how he's perfect or whatever. He talks about how he fucked everything up and how he knows he can't fuck up anymore, so he has to do certain things, and he's changed his lifestyle to be able to not fuck up anymore
Nice.
or not to slip. But in that you find yourself and you find the things you want, and you find goals that you never knew you wanted. And I can relate to that too, because that's why I go to the gym. Because everyone always tells me, like, bro, you work out so much, why you're not shredded? I was like, because I like to eat pizza and drink beer, and I don't work out to fucking look good. I work out to be strong and to keep my mind straight, because if I don't work out, I get fucking angry all the time. But I go to the gym for 2 hours, I come back, nothing bothers me. I don't give a fuck. I'm like, no, I know I can do hard things. I don't, this is not hard, whatever. But it helps you find goals later on. It makes you realize, okay, time is limited. I'm going to do this
Okay.
because this is what I enjoy, or this is I haven't done this. Let me try this. Maybe I'll like it.
Well, that's why I decided to come on the podcast.
There you go, out of the comfort zone.
Out of the comfort zone.
Because you're not a tough person. You've got tattoos. You've been drunk and told me to go fuck myself when I'm being a dick. Like I've seen you stand up for yourself. I've seen you do it. When you went, this is why I gave you shit when your Facebook name was Ty Ty. Dude, your name's Tyler. That's a tough fucking name, man. You're not like, I don't know, the cliche, you know, feminine gay guy. Like, I mean, you're obviously gay. I don't know if you know this or not, but like you, I don't know. I like people like you because you, I don't know, you sort of like smash the stereotype because you have tattoos. You do things that are not what's expected. I actually still remember when you messaged me on Facebook, like, hey man, what's up? I'm like, I don't know you. What do you want? I'm like, nothing. I just want to talk. I'm like, oh, okay. And then we talked. And we've been friends ever since. But, and that's you being forward. You can meet for this friendship. By the way, if you ever get pissed at me, you asked for this. I'm just saying.
No, we met on different terms because you were working with my ex.
Yeah.
And I used to go to the store all the time.
Yep. Your caramel frappuccino with whipped cream blended in.
Hell yeah.
That's why people remember you, man. Because you were good and you remember this shit.
Extra caramel, extra whipped cream.
That was a shit. I was so fat. Yeah, no, I don't go to Starbucks at all anymore.
I barely do.
Stay away from there.
Weren't you working at the one at Southland
Yep.
for a little bit? How long ago was that?
6 years ago, probably.
How come everybody that worked at Randy's store doesn't work with Randy anymore? Do you guys not like Randy or?
I like Randy.
So what? If you could pick any job in the world right now, what would it be?
Probably a writer.
What would you write?
Science fiction.
Why don't you do it?
I've tried, and then I reread my stuff and I throw it away.
Ah, okay. So this is what you need to do.
You need Adderall.
Yes.
I know.
yes.
I've written pages and pages of Adderall, and I look back and go, where the fuck did that come from?
All right, so check it out. Get some Adderall, write it, give it to me in Krebs, and then we'll give you pointers.
Okay.
And we'll tell you where it sucks and where it's good.
Okay.
And then you can go back and rewrite it and give it back to us, and we'll go back and forth.
Okay.
And then when it's good, we'll put it up.
Have you read, now, just saying the name, like, people sort of wins, but it's a great fucking science fiction novel. It's by L. Ron Hubbard.
I'm wincing.
I know. Have you ever read Battlefield Earth?
God damn it! Really?
It's no. Fuck the movie. I've read that book 3 times, and that book is Bible thick. It's so fucking good. Because the dude was insane, but he could make up crazy fiction like Scientology. Like sometimes that crazy clock is right twice a day, and that's one of my favorite fucking novels of all time.
You know Charles Manson tried Scientology?
No.
Yeah, you didn't hear about this?
No.
Okay, I know. I was reading about it the other day. Charles Manson got into Scientology. He did it for like 3 months and then got out of it because he said it was too crazy. That dude said it's too fucking crazy.
And then he would kill people, and he died in jail. Like, damn.
That dude said it's too fucking crazy. What the fuck?
That's crazy.
Wake up, Tom Cruise.
No, but try reading Battlefield Earth. Like, don't watch the movie. Don't even come close to the DVD. Actually, there was
I actually enjoyed that movie.
How dare you? It was horrible.
That's why I liked it. It was so bad. It was so good.
Me and Pops used to go back to Electronics Boutique in the Falls.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
they sold some DVDs, and me and Pops, because we'd go like watch movies, and I was working at Mrs. Fields a long time ago, literally half a lifetime ago. But so we would go there, and there was a copy of Battlefield Earth that was out, and every time we came in, they'd mark it down like 50 cents to $1, and so me and Pops like, just give it to us, just give it to us. At the rate you're going, this thing should be free at some point. We would come in like once every week. Guys, just give it to us. Just let us have it. No, we can't. Dude, it's $2. Just give it to us. And we came in one day and it was gone. Somebody buy it? No, we sent it back to inventory. No, you should have just given it to us. It's going to die. It's going to go untouched in inventory.
You know what's funny? You remember that when that movie came out, Taco Bell promoted it?
Yeah, because we went to Taco Bell afterwards and we're like, what the fuck did we just see?
Yeah.
Because we'd all read the novel. We were like so excited. The big, thick novel, and they just shit on it for 90 minutes.
Yeah, Taco Bell promoted the movie, and they had collectible Battlefield Earth cups that they gave out.
Now, you know what? After we're done, I'm going to eBay because I want one of those now.
Yeah, and it's so funny. Okay, so did you ever see Aqua Teen Hunger Force,
Fuck yeah.
the show?
No.
Oh, it's so funny. They did a whole episode where the milkshake was collecting Battlefield Earth cups. He's got this room full of fucking dirty Taco Bell cups. And he's bitching at everybody, don't touch my Battlefield Earth collectible cups.
I haven't seen that episode.
I think it was in like the second season. God, that used to be like my favorite show. It was so fucking good.
I remember you bought one of the like seasons on DVD.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And you made the mistake of there's the option of play all.
Where it just plays all the episodes back to back. But no. This one, they trolled you. So if you clicked play all, it played all the episodes at once in little mini screens all over the screen with all of the volume, the audio at the same volume playing at the exact same time. So I click play all, and all of them come on, and I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with this DVD? What the fuck? Yeah. And then so I was like, something's got to be wrong with this, right? So I pull it out, put it back in, same thing. I'm like, God damn it. God damn it. They're fucking with me. Assholes. It's pretty fucking good, though. God damn it. Fuck.
All right. So other than Bones, what series do you like? Give me something. Come on.
What? Oh, all the Chicago shows. Chicago PD, Chicago Fire, Chicago Med.
Have you even been to Chicago?
No. Yes.
I have. It's I don't know. I don't see why they would make so many series there. It's not a bad place. I mean, eight black guys just died while we were talking there, but that's normal.
Yeah. So I think me and Krebs are going to plan a trip to Schnebley's.
All right.
Awesome.
You want to go?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So Alger, I know you're listening. Alger, we're going shooting with you.
Oh, I want to go shooting. Can I come, Alger, please?
You want to go shooting?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love shooting.
Really?
Yeah,
You like guns?
I love guns.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Well, why don't you open with that, man?
Yeah, right?
Hey, I'm gay and I love
Actually-
guns. You might get a Trump guy. Are you okay with that? If you get a Trump guy? You don't know.
Nice.
This is my baby Desert Eagle,
Nice.
IWI.
I didn't know you loved guns.
I love
Every time we
shooting.
hang out, I find out something like new about you.
Thanks, wait.
Yeah. That's my baby. I love this fucking thing.
Especially shotguns.
I got a Mossberg 12 gauge.
Nice.
Nothing special. Just little special like Walmart off the rack deal. But
Yeah, I love shooting.
shotgun's pretty fucking straightforward. Point and click. There's no finesse there. It's fucking click bang.
I've done skeet shooting in Alaska. That was awesome.
The clay pit.
That was so much fucking fun. But I'm not really good at keeping it like against my shoulder. So after
Yeah.
I'm done, I'm like, why does that hurt? And I look, bruise. and I was also kind of drunk.
I got a 30-06, the Remington.
Okay.
Dude, that thing is monstrous. It's funny because I probably haven't shot the thing in like 3 or 4 years because the scope I have on it right now is sighted for about 100 yards,
Okay.
and there's nowhere to shoot long distance down here, so I just haven't pulled it out. But the last time I did, we had made it like an all-day range deal, so we were shooting all kinds of shit out there. Me and my buddy Jeff, and the next morning.
Jeff Wiener.
Yeah, his name's Jeff Wiener. The next day, I remember getting up, and I had a bruise on my shoulder, and I was like, "What the fuck did?" Oh yeah, the 30-06. Yeah, that'll do it. I also don't like to shoot it that much either because it's like $350 a shot.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, those bullets are fucking not
Christ.
cheap. Yeah, so that's another reason I haven't really shot it because, like I said, it's expensive. If I'm not shooting 100 yards, at least 100 yards with it, why? Because it's a long distance rifle, and everything here is fucking 25 yards. Like,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here.
I'm sure you've seen that video, girl owned by Desert Eagle.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Have you seen it?
No.
Oh,
Oh.
you need to find it. It's this skinny girl in like a bikini top and like jeans, and she's holding this fucking hand cannon.
The Desert Eagle, 50
Yeah.
cal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoots it, bah! Hits her right in the fucking forehead.
Oh, there's so many of those videos where girls are like, the rifles smack them in the face, or they get the. My favorite is when they get the black eyes because they get right up to the scope, and instead
Yeah.
of putting the buttstock in their shoulder because of the
They
size,
put it on top of the shoulder.
they put it on top of the shoulder or like in their armpit, and you're like,
No,
oh,
fuck
oh,
that.
this is gonna be great. Pull the trigger, please. Yes.
Fuck your perfect vision.
Yeah, right.
That's great.
I love those videos. Those are the best. I actually got my wife into shooting.
Nice.
And it was funny because every time I take her, she's like, I can't shoot it in the dead center. I'm like, I keep telling her, I'm like, it's not about shooting it in the dead center of the target. It's about shooting, towards the center and having a group. If you get a group, you're good. because that means you can adjust the group and move the group around. But she never shoots a group, so.
So what have you shot?
Rifles. I don't know the actual names, but
I don't either. And I was in the military.
I just
do.
love shooting.
I do.
So,
I got a really sweet Swedish folding stock.
oh, nice.
AK-47. I think it's nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I fold the stock under and it's almost like a pistol.
Nice.
It's fun. My wife won't touch the rifles. She's scared of them.
She just does the handguns.
Yeah, she's scared of the rifles because they look big and mean. And I keep trying to tell her, like, well, the AK's got a little kick on it, but my AR, it's got as much kick as a BB gun.
Okay.
Like, my pellet rifle right over there has more kick than my AR. Like,
But you know, ARs cause school shootings, right?
yeah, and PTSD.
We would have no school shootings if not for ARs.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Elizabeth Warren said that somewhere.
I'm sure she
or,
did.
Or Hillary Clinton.
Actually, I'm fairly certain Hillary did.
No.
I fucking hate her so much.
She went from, no, I'm done, I'm never going to run again. Maybe I'll run in 2020. I don't want to be rude, but we just die.
She's super against. You know what's funny is she was super against fucking gay marriage all through her husband's
Till
presidency.
2013.
Yeah,
2013.
and now it's like, okay, I'll go with gays. What? What? What the fuck changed? Oh, the people voting for you changed. You're a piece of shit. So, before we go,
Yes.
any final thoughts?
I had an awesome time. Glad I got out of my comfort zone.
It wasn't that bad, right?
No, it was not. It was actually really enjoyable.
Yeah. See, everyone gets nervous about coming on. They're like, oh, I don't know. Neil, pay attention. Oh, I don't know. And then everyone has a good time.
Yes. I had
See?
a great time. I would love to come back again.
All right, it's happening.
Put you on the wall. You on the desk. We gotta get a picture.
Gotta get a picture. Yeah.
Yes.
So, final thoughts before we go?
Nothing else?
Nothing else. That's it.
Nothing else?
No motto. No saying.
No?
No. Aw.
Do you like long walks on the beach and candlelit dinners?
Live long and prosper?
There you go.
There you go.